Melly is nervous. Yo, Ty Tyson.
What's up?
Not tight
Why
Tyson.
you fucking up my rug?
My bad, bro.
No, what is your problem?
My bad, bro.
Okay?
Are they at war with each other?
No, it's not. It's not. See, it's not heavy enough. You gotta get the heavy rug. You know what I mean, it should just lift. You know what I mean, this is from Fairway, right? You got it from Fairway.
You are
you
370
right
pounds
I'm
of
just
muscle.
running the post. This
What's
shit.
not too light for you? You're 370 pounds of protein.
You
powder.
got it from Fairway. Oh, we got the same protein powder. That's my shit. You be taking that?
Yeah,
That's my shit.
'cause
Yeah.
The IsoPure. I used to do IsoPure.
Yeah.
But then on the way home, I'm like, yo, this is supposed to be non.
Nah, but that should get you running too a little
Does
bit. Not as much as ISO, but that should get you running.
Dodge, like, what is this?
What,
I don't got nothing to
like
do.
muscle
Not even
head
my
talk.
business.
Irv, get your own podcast, right?
You
Like,
should do it.
I mean, you know.
I'm sure there's a bunch of tight other niggas that want to listen to protein powder talk all day.
Yeah, and from me, because I sell
Tight
it, I
talk.
sell
You
it,
should
I
label
sell
it
it
tight
well.
talk.
I sell it well. So I had a podcast before. I mean, I did, yeah, and the shit was amazing. But it was too early, and it was not like too early. It was like early in the podcast era, and then at that point, I was just like, it's not catching. You know what I'm saying? And I was jaded, and I was like, fuck this.
But
Right?
what were you
I should have like
talking
seen it through. We talk about. Do you remember I used to write and all that too?
Nope.
No, this is all right. This is mad long ago.
This
But
is mad long.
this is
I've
mad
known
long
you
ago.
too long to even
Yeah,
do
man.
this shit.
We talked about a lot of fitness shit, but just on the cultural side. We talked about BBLs from the early days. You know what I'm saying? We talked about why black people don't run. I mean, like we'll take a
Yeah, this is a real thing.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sense, right? It's,
What
you
you
know,
mean black people don't run.
right. See, at least the title is catchy, right? Right. But the idea of like black folks running, right, is
It's a lie, actually.
yeah.
Run right now. I bet you all three of us will follow you. We won't even know what we're running from.
In theory, right? Like right. So
We
what,
run out
if
of fear.
you're walking down the block and you see somebody running, especially
like-
somebody black, you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point. It's like the idea that there is a level of privilege in being
Son,
able to
this
run,
nigga
right?
came
Yeah,
And-
ready
black people can't
Do you
run.
not-
right.
It's not that we don't. We can't.
Right, but
This nigga
that was
came
the
ready to
that,
talk
that was
intelligently. You can't tell?
that
He's
was
already going.
Nah, man, that was the title. You know what I'm saying? But then we you asked me what it was about, bro. You know what I mean, so
Niggas ain't even. He just my theory on this is. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro,
man.
we are 7 seconds in.
oh shit, then kill it. Then let me get a. Oh, I don't get a headset.
Do you wear the dangly earring every day?
Nah, I got this
like it. It's
Cartier
good.
one, and I really just.
he got flexible.
It got expensive too.
yeah,
Cool G
man.
and Cartier.
Yeah, man, I got a Cartier one, but I left this one in by accident. Like I actually hate wearing this one, and I was out
It's
the house.
fly as shit.
I like
Yeah,
it.
but it's too much attention on my regular day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I
On
just
your regular day?
yeah,
You
like
too pretty with it?
yeah, like I wear this when I'm doing a class. I wear this when I'm doing a class. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I mean, you get the attention. But on a regular day, you just
shit
put
never
you put
got
a,
stuck
I put
on
a,
your
I got a
muscles?
I got a hoop Cartier joint and
That
just call it a day.
the cross never got stuck on your tank top or nothing.
Nah. Tyler, you wear wife beaters?
I used to. I don't wear them no
Are
more.
we
I
supposed
appreciate
to call them
that.
wife beaters?
I appreciate
Is
that.
that still
Are
a
we
Not-
doing this? We seriously
Right,
woke? We woke all day?
I'm not that.
I'm
I'm not that
asking
woke.
questions.
I'm not that woke. I'm like.
I'm just asking a question.
But to all the people in y'all Discord, if they wear wife beaters, it's nasty work. I mean,
It's over?
yeah, we don't wear
It's
it,
over
but
white
yeah, it's
beaters?
nasty, bro.
Tank tops?
Yeah, it's like a nigga bra, right? Like, you understand what I'm saying? A white beater's like a nigga bra. Like, you understand? The niggas put it on to go to the pool. That's nasty work.
Okay.
Then she
Yo,
turn a
hold
little
up,
brown.
hold up.
I'm just keeping it a beat.
I see what's happening
I'm
today.
just saying.
I see. Yo, welcome to So Fucking Shameless. We back in the building.
I swear I was getting a headset. I was literally looking at that the whole time. I don't get one.
Damn
Okay, that's cool. We good.
Get a headset.
No, I don't need one. I don't need one. Be straight.
I see the energy we on. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, man. That was my
I've
guy.
had a
Dodge is my
very
sister forever.
Rough week.
Me too.
Dodge and
You wanna
I
tell
have
us
had a
about it?
rough week. No,
No.
All right, that's cool.
absolutely not.
That's cool.
Absolutely
That's
not.
cool.
Not having to
Somebody,
talk
but
about
y'all paid for this, right? Some of these people pay for. Some of these people pay to
I
be
spoke
here.
to them already. They already know.
Oh,
What's
all right, I
going
was about to
on.
say. I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
it's like I paid for your paid, nigga.
Yo,
drop that with an
Zeus,
ether,
Zeus.
with an ether beat.
Zeus,
Put the ether beat on.
You know there's 3 mics here. At some point, you got to shut up.
My fault, guys. My bad.
I knew that.
Yo, super sidebar. Me and my shorty always go, can I talk on this podcast? Like when we're arguing, because that's Tahoe's
Still
line.
going.
All right, my fault. Go ahead. Can I talk on this podcast?
Nope.
Go ahead.
Look, Tyler, Tyler's like, I'm in the A mic.
No, I don't care. I just gonna say if he's gonna talk the whole shit, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be tired.
Son, you motherfucking exhausted.
I'll be tired. Zeus is not tired. What do you take for this? What do you do?
A lot of coffee, man.
Are you like pumped up right now?
Nah, this is regular.
You talk like this all the time.
Yeah, and I'm coming back from like Connecticut, which is like a 2.5 hour drive today. It was disgusting.
What does that have to do with anything?
That I'm tired.
I would be tired.
That I'm tired.
So this is low energy.
Yeah.
So your girl, does she live with you? Do you have a lady?
Nah, man, she lives in Detroit. Shout out to them.
Thank God.
Shout out to my
I feel bad if she
Man.
had to live around this all day. And you know what else happened, baby? And then I'm just sitting there like, yo, I'm trying
I
to
don't even
watch
talk like that in the crib, but I
The
hate it.
Avengers. You don't?
Nah.
So
man.
you
Just-
talk to everybody else and you get home and you just chill. Because I do that.
Yeah. No, we talk a lot, but you know, it's good to be with y'all niggas. I mean, I'm excited to be here. So I can't be excited? Like, damn, nigga.
I'm scared to say, is this the same young lady that I've met?
Yeah. Well, this is a fair question, but yeah, same.
But
thing.
it's more fair to not ask. Because if it's not, then we got to cut this shit out the episode. Like, Melly, take the note on this.
Right. Nah, same young lady you met her, Dodge met her, and I mean, we went on date nights and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the relationship shit going?
Good, man. She's dope as fuck. But you know, Detroit is, I mean, it's long distance, right?
What's her sign?
You're gonna hate her.
Nah,
Yeah, I know.
I met her already.
A Virgo. I hate
okay.
that.
You hate that she's a Virgo?
Yeah, man, them niggas is weirdos, bro. I fucking hate a Virgo, bro. And
It's not me.
It's
not me.
Yo, every time you talk about Virgos, I'm like, I feel this nigga, bro. Like, I feel you, son. Like, I tell her that.
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
Okay. That's an interesting mix.
Is it supposedly that's supposed to work?
It's an interesting mix. I can't say much about Capricorn. My daughter's a Capricorn, but I'm not sure if it's just her. The things that, I don't
Fucking
appreciate.
assholes.
You're
fucking assholes.
No, that's fair.
I went viral last week.
Yeah.
Again. No, wait. And again. No, wait. And again.
Right.
3 times.
I don't want to
Right.
this right now. I don't need this.
It just
type
kind of
of
reminded me. What?
I don't need this. I told you this is why I wasn't going to come this week, because I don't have time for your gloating in my face. I don't need the negative. I don't need this is very negative. This is a hostile environment, and I don't appreciate it.
How's it hostile?
Because I know you. I know what's about to happen. I can look at you looking at me, and I just want you to leave me alone. Leave me alone.
All right.
Leave me alone. No, because he's about to gloat.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm on the
All right.
podcast.
Go for it.
We're having a conversation.
I want
And I'm saying,
gloat away.
Because I happen to go viral every other day.
Sure.
Here, this one, every other day.
That's what your daughter said?
You need to relax. I'm like, excuse me?
Sounds like some
It's a
shit.
challenge.
Yeah. I'd
We
say that.
started going up. We did the dance with my daughter. That shit got picked up by all types of websites and
Yeah.
HBCU. Did you see that? All of it?
I repost everything because I'm not a hater, but I'm not about to sit here. and deal with your
HBCUs
shit.
reposted? That's fire.
The
That-
HBCU page.
That's hard.
The Greeks, all of it.
That's hard.
all of it. They're down, just going over and over and over and over and over.
I feel like you read every comment.
No. I'm too busy going viral.
Do you make the content like this is gonna go viral? I feel like people do that naturally.
I make it according to how I feel in a day. Some days I don't feel nothing. And that's why I'll go days without posting nothing.
Right,
Because
right.
I'm not trying to force nothing. But
Right.
in my head. Is that hate?
Was that was an eye roll? That was an eye roll.
I'm sitting here not saying a fucking word. Continue.
There were some things happening and
Yeah.
I wanted to be happy.
Okay.
So sometimes you fight stress with sadness, depression. I do that as well. Sometimes
Yeah.
I just sink.
Yeah.
And then other days I just be like, let me do this. Oh, let me do that. And this was just one of those weeks. I was like, let me do this, let me do that. And I had this stuff from California.
Yeah.
When I went to Cali with my girl and she's patting her fucking head.
Yeah, that went crazy.
Yo, what is that? What is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with the ladies?
It's nothing wrong. It's just that sometimes when you have an install,
Look, they both start scratching their weave.
At the same
of them.
time,
Both
it's like
of them.
yawning.
I guarantee you it's about 10,000 women just now that just
Literally
started
at
fucking
the
with
same
their
time.
now.
when you have an install, your shit is sometimes it itch if it's not oiled correctly, and then you got to get a rat tail or you got to pat it because it make it feel better. You know what I hate? I hate when I'm patting my shit and I have my earbuds in because it'll hang up my phone call. Like if I'm on the phone.
Yes.
Because you know you do
Yeah,
the double
you
tap
do
and
that.
you be
It
like
goes.
this, and the shit will dead ass hang up your phone call. And I'm just like, why does my head in my ear? Like I didn't.
Buds are too smart. That's crazy.
That shit is kind of fucking wild. Like, I don't know. Tahoe went viral again. Here we are. Are we gonna like let it go, or are we gonna talk?
No, we don't need to. We don't need to let. Do we need to let it go? I think I deserve type
moment.
Yeah, Discord is
my
fire.
daughter actually ignored my shit.
Like she ain't even like it.
Son, she didn't post it on her page.
She didn't.
No, she posted hers.
No, she posted yours.
She reposted it. So why not on the page? What happened?
Why
Don't
would
be
she post it on her
embarrassed.
page?
Because.
But she put it in her stories. It's not the same difference.
No, that's a 24-hour reach. That's not like, yo, I'm proud of this. This is a moment in my life that I want to keep around. This is like, get out of here. You try to remix my shit. All right, Dad. Funny.
She feel like you stole her shine on the low.
But she's getting the shouts too from the HB. She's the one in college. She's the one getting the shouts. This is not my community. It's our community.
True.
You're not happy about this?
She just feels like you stole her shine on the low.
It's the Capricorn shit.
Yeah.
Capricorns are not
Didn't
good
even
people.
hit me saying, hey,
That's fair.
they're not good people.
That's fair.
What is wrong with Capricorn people?
That's fair.
There's something wrong with people born in the winter, period. Like, they just different type of asshole. Like, it's like you're born in the frigidness, so you just a dick. Like, it's something wrong with them.
That's fair.
I'm with it.
Yeah, no. It don't push back for me here. Like,
I have no problem with that.
I'm an
I
asshole.
believe you born in the winter, Brandon. You sick bitch.
I'm an asshole. I could jack it.
Yeah, but it's like, but the thing about Capricorns that I particularly hate about them is they being disheveled. Like, they are a disheveled group of people, but they will read you for your shit and say it proudly. Like, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that and you should be like they will read you for filth. And it's like, but you're a mess.
But you know those friends who give like great advice but don't take their own advice?
They're Capricorns.
Yeah, we give great advice.
That's a Capricorn.
Because we're mad helpful. People love Capricorns because we'll teach you how to start a business, to teach you how to be successful in life, to teach you how to go. I mean, we help niggas out a lot, but we be going through our own shit. So a lot of niggas be looking at Capricorns for help. Like, because you typically, I bet you every Capricorn y'all know, they're pretty fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then people come to these Capricorns like, yo, bro, whoop-de-whoop, yo, shorty, whoop-de-whoop. And then our life, you know the dog where the fire is in the back?
Yes.
That's literally my life. Like, my job is to change the lives of fucking thousands of people, right? And I got to change our lives while there's mad fire in the background. Like, that's literally my life.
Capricorns that I've always realized, like, it's one or two things with them. Their relationships are either perfect and their professional life is in shambles, or their professional life is perfect and their relationships be in shambles.
Which one would you rather?
Damn, son, that's a great ass question.
Which one would you rather? Your relationship be in shambles and your professional life be popping, or your professional life be popping but your relationship be in shambles?
I would rather
carefully.
neither.
No, I didn't ask you that.
I understand what you said.
No, but don't do that.
I can do what I want.
Stay here.
I don't want to stay here. I don't want to answer that question. That's not a fair question. Well, it's a fair question, but it's fucked up because I don't know.
I can't.
Yeah, it's such a fucked up question. It's a great it's a great question.
Loaded as shit. I really don't know because it will depend. Because there have been times in my life where I wanted to focus more on work, and then the relationship had to take the back seat.
Like I said, money fixes
and
problems.
then there has been times that I wanted to focus more on my relationship and let money take the back seat. Like, I had like a whole meltdown last week because of this same question. That's why I'm like, I don't want to.
Not really.
But no, that really was the source of my meltdown. It wasn't like a meltdown, but it was just like a very emotional moment I had because I felt like I'm pouring so much of myself, my energy into work, and I feel like I'm not reciprocating with my family.
Right.
And it was starting to fuck with me. Like, mentally, I'm just like, I give to everything else. And then when it's time for me to come home and be with my family, like, I'm exhausted.
You don't got it. Yeah.
I don't have it. Like, I'm depleted for the day, and they don't deserve that. So I was just trying to think of different ways to, like, pick that up. And, like, me and Gunna had to have a conversation. Like, he doesn't mind because he's, him. And he was just like, yo, I get it. We're busy. Life is
boyfriend in the world.
Best boyfriend in the world. That's why it's so hard to answer that question.
Yeah, like, it's like nobody, I don't want to sacrifice either. I want to have both.
What do you think?
She could go. No, and time.
Your wife.
She watches the show. No. See, the funny part is the reason I'm happy to say it is because she said she runs her own business. I think it all depends. We're both entrepreneurs, so she would say, like, if I got to choose between you and like myself and my business, it's gonna be my business.
But it's not about you though. because it's not necessarily you. It's your personal life literally just being in shambles, regardless of who it is.
Oh, so can we? All right, let's take her out the equation, just in general,
It's
right?
regardless of who
Right,
it is.
good. All right, cool.
And your professional being good, but your personal life is in shambles.
Yeah, no, then I'm still my personal life would be in shambles. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny. Like it's like the Tiger Woods thing, right? Like when this thing was like a asshole, he was like an amazing ball player, a golfer and shit. And as soon as the nigga got like shitted on because of everything that happened, now he no longer has that cape anymore. He started shit, right? And I had this conversation with myself a little while ago, which is why this is so funny. Because before Shorty and all that, the last, I've been doing this job for so long. You know what I'm saying? Super successful for the most part. You know what I'm saying? At least I think, right? And I was like, yo, I was an asshole.
You're super successful?
Yeah, I like to believe so.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I
So I like to believe that. So I was an asshole to like every relationship. Like for them shits could go, you know that. Them shits could go to hell, right? The theory was, the train is gonna crash at the end. I don't go fuck because my work is all I have. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I get to take home. Like if she leaves, to be honest, or if these personals leave, all you still got is that. So it's kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate now that I found somebody that balances me out or whatever. God bless. But yeah, no.
I'm going to say the opposite of both of y'all.
Yeah? All right.
When my sons were younger, and y'all tell me this, if y'all agree, because this is going to what Dodge said a little bit.
Okay.
I was on tour with Making the Band. I was down south with Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Nice.
I was Real Housewives of DC. They had a Real Housewives of DC season. So literally, I was away from my family for a year straight.
Right.
Almost 2 years consistently. So I would come home for 2 weeks, a month, but I was out. I was always on tour. I was always somewhere else, right? I come home for my son's birthday. You've heard the story, right? And my sons don't know me. They're about 2 years old. It's their birthday. They're running past me, going to grandma, going to grandpa, the people that they've been around, going to mommy. It came to the time to pick up them for their birthday cake, sing happy birthday, and I pick them up. And the son that I have is squirming, trying to get away from me, reaching for grandma, crying, drawing happy birthday.
Right. He just
and I just had to like let him go.
Yeah.
Because this is, first of all, it's embarrassing. Second of all, it's like, this is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Your sons don't know you.
That's fact.
They don't know you.
Yeah.
I went back down there, and I literally had a whole breakdown on set. Like, literally just burnt out on set. Came home, started spending more time with my family, spending more time with my daughter. I had lost my career,
right?
But it gave me the basis for where I am now with my family,
right? As
a father, and just feeling like, yo, that's way more important to me. Yeah. Obviously, I fell into better things because I didn't have sanitation at that time.
Right. I
didn't have podcasts at that time. I believe I was starting to write the book that I've just been on the shelf for forever at that time, just trying to keep my mind going because I didn't have a job. But I don't think that if we're talking about personal life in shambles, you're not spending time around your children. That affects you. How can you possibly do your job or care about what's going on at work if your shit shambles? Is the key word. Shambles, meaning you can't put two and two together.
Right.
You cannot, there's no energy coming. You trying, it's getting stopped. It's getting blocked. It's getting confused. It's not working. For me, I'd rather have my personal life and figure out my professional life as I go. That's really what's important. Isn't that what more important? Like, literally, we talk about life.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you throw those caveats, like a kid now, I wasn't trying to go that deep. I really just super broad in it. You know what I'm saying? But when you said personal life, and I have to throw the kids in there. We got to throw all those type of things. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Just the idea that for me, at least for a long time, I honestly think I'm where you are now. That shit takes time. How old were you when you were doing that?
33, 34.
When you were making the band and stuff, right? Because you're older than us. But
it's about 14 years ago.
Right, 14 years ago. So let's just say, I don't know, 10 years ago for me or whatever. I couldn't see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I can see it now or whatever. Now I'm like, damn, I'm tired. Now I'm like, I need my kids. Now I'll cancel a session. Now, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Now, 10 years ago, nah,
no
bro.
Way.
Nah.
Right.
Even when my kids were first born, I was still so go gadget. You know what I'm saying? Which created a lot of the riffs. Which I'm still fucking
but you get in panic
building the dam for today. You know what I'm saying? So right. And my kids are like 5 and 3, and I'm still building these dams of 6 years.
But when you're about to have a kid and you ain't got your shit going, there's a lot of fucked up feelings.
Yeah.
Confusion, inadequacy.
Yeah.
I remember I told you about the time I found the 88 500 in the street.
The what?
that I found $8,500 in the street.
$8,500?
Dollars? Yeah.
How the fuck you
Nah,
find
yeah.
$8,500?
Never heard that.
Y'all never heard this story?
No.
I know people who listen to So Shameless have heard this story. I'll tell it real quick.
Was it a
My
check?
baby mother's pregnant with my daughter.
Right.
It is now... She's 8 months pregnant, maybe 9.
Right.
She's having the baby in 2-3 weeks. 2 weeks.
Right.
Facts. I have no money. I was working for this tech company that would, and it was just like a job I had started 2 months ago. They sent you to training. You had to like put wires in ceilings and all that. Come to find out, the shit was a scam. I don't know what they were scamming us for. I don't get it. I go to pick up my check. It's a $60 check. Every dollar, every money, everything that they said that I was getting, they took out in dues or this or that.
Right.
Gave me a check for $60.
Damn.
Sick.
I'm walking through the city 2 weeks before my daughter's supposed to be born. I don't have a crib.
Right.
I don't have nothing. Like
Right.
literally, all we have is the baby shower stuff, but I don't have the major things that I need.
Right.
I'm stressed. I go into, there used to be I see my cousin through my uncle married into somebody that, and the other person's daughter. I saw her.
Right.
And she's like, well, I'm going to Daffy's. I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk with you. We in the city, 44th Street. And we go into Daffy's. Soon as we get in, I had a bag. I give it to the security guard, right? It's a paper bag. It had like the mail in it. It had my $60 check in it. And it, I don't know, it's like a pot. I think I bought a pot from fucking Burlington Coat Factory, downtown Brooklyn. I think I did something like that. And I was going to return it. I think I stole it and I was going to return it so that I could get something from the house, right? Or something, right? So, boom.
Right.
So I give it to the security guard. I go in with her. The security guard starts following me around. So she's like, bro, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Like, I'm like, bro, this nigga's following us. Like, yo, you all right? And he's like, are you? And I'm like, all right, man. I said, yo, you ready? She's like, yeah. So we go up. We get to the door. The same security guard follows us to the door. I give him the key for my bag. He gives me 3 bags. I only gave him 1. Not one of the 3 bags that he gave me was my bag.
I ain't saying jack shit.
I look at him. He looks at me like, I look at her. She's like,
Let's go, bro.
snatch the bag, go. And this shit is full of gifts. These bags is full of gifts. They got a purse in there. They got all kind of crazy shit in there. These 3 bags.
Right.
I hit the door, bust a right, took off running,
Yeah.
made another right up 43rd, took up running to Grand Central Station,
Yeah.
ran through the shit, jumped on the train. I'm not really like no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't in the street yet.
Right.
So this is, I mean, I had been doing my little things, but I've been working and shit, you know, at this time. So, you know, I'm like, wow, you really just stole these person's bags, right? I'm on the train by myself. I left Shorty. I'm looking at the bags. It's all of these gifts in it. It's this lady's purse. I'm like, man, you a fucking loser. I'm thinking to myself, you're a loser. Not only don't you have gifts and shit for your own child, but you just stole somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
This is really at 25 years old. This is literally the thoughts going in my head. This is what I'm talking about, inadequacy.
Right.
I'm sitting there like I'm really like down on my dick. Like really like, yo, you a fucking loser. You just stole some kid's Christmas. Like a week before Christmas. My daughter's born the second week of January.
Oh, January. Yeah.
This is right before Christmas, maybe 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
You just stole some kid's Christmas. You fucking loser, right? I look in the bag. There's like, you know the Tupperware you get from the Chinese food store? Little box.
Yeah.
And the person must have tied, I'm thinking they tied it real tight with a plastic bag over it so that the shit don't open in the bag and all that. You know, be having sauce or whatever, so you tie it real tight to it. I'm like, I wonder what this person got for lunch. This is how down on my dick I was. I'm about to eat the person's lunch.
Sounds
on the 6 train.
Right.
I go to open the bag won't open. The knot that they made is too fucking tight. So I go to rip the bag. There's another bag. I start trying it, but I'm on the train, so I don't want to look like I'm doing too much on the train. So I'm kind of just doing it with my finger, trying to figure it out. The next bag is gray. I go through the bag. I'm trying to rip through that. A string pops out. A white string. I look at the bag. I look deeper because I'm on a train full of people. Yeah. So I'm looking deeper. White string in this bag. It's not a bag. It's duct tape. I'm looking like duct tape. So now I'm feeling the fucking bag.
For cocaine.
I'm
That's
like,
what you're
yo,
thinking.
is this a brick?
You hear
Yes,
it,
it's
like,
this is a brick. This is a brick.
Right.
I'm like, yo, what is this? I start ripping through the fucking duct tape.
Right.
Get some of it open. There's aluminum foil under it.
what the fuck?
Put
Only
my
your
finger
life.
in the aluminum foil, rip the aluminum foil, the whole bag bust open. Boom! Money. Nothing but cash in my fucking hand. I promise you. 85. I thought it
What'd
was
you
like
do with it?
40,000. First thing I did was bought a
25.
gun.
I think I'm 40,000.
Before crib?
The first thing I did was bought a gun.
Son,
Because I thought-
This is before crib.
You gotta understand.
Oh, before a baby crib.
I was a kid. Not even a kid, but this is my first time like really having real
Most money you ever seen at that time.
I'm thinking
right.
it's 40 bands. I jump off the train, run back to my baby mama's house. We counted out on the floor 100, 200. Like we literally got piles of hundreds across the whole floor. It's $8,500. I'm like, damn, I thought it was 40,000.
Right.
But to me, being broke,
I think it's
broke,
40,000. Right.
That is
General
40,000.
tiles for everybody. That's the first thing I bought.
Bought a gun.
Right.
I bought a pound of weed to sell. What? I had no money. I had to make sure that I was going. What? You wouldn't have did that? What would you have done?
I am listening to you.
What would you
my
have
guy.
done?
Finish your
8,500.
story.
What was the first things you would have done?
Finish your story, bro.
And then we bought things for the crib. But I needed to find ways to make more money.
Okay.
This actually sounds like a great story.
It's not.
I think
I
so.
had to find a hustle. I'm not gonna just blow the whole shit, the whole load.
He was resourceful. Hey, do you guys introduce me at any point in this podcast?
No, shut up.
Right, nobody got time for that.
Nah?
So
Okay,
what would
that's how this works.
What
Okay,
would you
cool,
have
cool.
bought? 8,500. You need. What would you have bought?
I don't have a problem with the things that you bought. I have a problem with the order in which you bought them.
Gun first. I got $10,000 in the crib. I don't know who's gonna see me or think anything. I bought the big ass.
It was like a karma. It was like a karma gun, right? Like I did some foul shit, right? So I buy a gun to protect myself from the idea somebody do some foul shit to me.
There we go.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I get that. So the gun was karma and shit. Like, it's like, oh, whoa.
I don't have a problem with you did. I have a problem with the order. It's like
So what would you have bought first?
the crib for my baby that's about to be born in 2 weeks.
You don't. But if somebody comes to your door, what are you gonna do? Throw the crib at them?
Why would somebody come to your door? Like that's like a different level of paranoia. I wouldn't be paranoid like that.
Yeah,
I just
because
stole
he
$10,000.
stole the money.
You stole $10,000 from a Daffy's in the city. Who's following you?
They had my envelope and my check in the bag. They had my mail. So remember, I came from my crib with mail. I had mail.
So you left
Did
that
anybody
old
ever
bag
come to your
essentially.
house?
Left that.
Yeah.
Anybody ever come to your house?
Nope.
Exactly.
But they had because they couldn't
But
give her.
But you
They
can't
couldn't
even
give
assume,
her.
But you can't assume that like that if he was if the security guard was so ridiculous that they gave you somebody else's shit, why would you automatically assume that they're gonna give your bag to the person that you?
I would
got
have
their
assumed,
bag
I would have
from?
assumed that for like I would assume that because when I come down to get my shit, my $8,500, and the security guard looks into whatever the cupboard or whatever the fuck he gave it to, and now we have a problem, right? So then what's gonna happen is, know me, I'm here for the rest of the night. You find my shit,
exactly
and
what
now
she
what's
did.
gonna happen, right? And now what's gonna happen? Oh, there's a bag still here. You gave the motherfucker my bag because nobody picked up this bag. So
what
at that
happens
point,
is,
now
I
open it
got
up,
my
right?
man. I went to my man. I told him go in there.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a lady in there, West Indian lady.
Wilding out.
She's going crazy.
Wilding
and this
out.
is later on in the night. And he's like, we gotta wait till all of the things go. And my friend was watching. My bag is right there.
Couldn't do shit about it.
But like as Dodge says, he couldn't just give her my bag.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not her bag.
No.
Yeah.
So this is for a matter for the police.
Yeah.
But even them, they don't have a right to say, hey,
Right.
well, this guy has your stuff.
You as your job, you did the wrong job. Like you gave me somebody else's shit.
That was a lot
can
of
sue
that was a lot
Daffy's.
of
Yeah.
good. That was a lot of good luck for you
I've had a lot
because
of
I'm
good
pretty
luck
sure
with
there's a camera there.
Of course.
So there's a camera that shows you giving him your bag. There's
That's
a camera
what you
that
get for
shows him
following
giving
you
you
and being a dickhead.
right for being a dick, right? Because there's a camera that shows this entire interaction,
But this is an insurance issue
Yep.
for Daffy's.
right?
And that'd be all right.
And
They have to
everybody
just pay.
wins.
Like, what are you going to do? Hire
not
a,
really, 'cause then they go
investigator?
Right.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't
Right.
steal it.
Right.
That's true.
You gave it to me.
I don't.
That's
yeah.
true.
Like I said, I don't have an issue with what you bought. Like I just think that, for me, it would have just been a different order of steps because what really had you down bad was the fact that your kid was about to be born, and you didn't have the means to take care of your child or to do the things, the necessities that your baby would need. So I would have done that first. Like That's just me.
That's logical thinking.
That's with women though.
It's logical thinking.
I got a lot of women stuff today because you're here.
Sure.
Talking about order of things, and he's already complained. We're damn near half an hour into the show.
Right.
Nobody knows who this tight ass nigga looks
Who is this nigga? Right.
Zeus.
Hey guys.
Go ahead. Explain who
No,
you
go
are.
ahead. Go ahead. I want an introduction. What do you mean?
That
All
was
right.
the introduction.
That was
I said
it?
your name.
Zeus.
He said
That was
Zeus.
terrible introduction. That was
Zeus is
terrible
here.
introduction.
So,
My brother.
Irv, is here. For one, I want to apologize to you.
To me?
Yes. You've been asking to be on the show for a long time.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a
One
fan.
thing I know about you is that you're a personal trainer.
Yeah.
So
man.
for a long time, I'm like, why the fuck does he want to talk?
Oh, that's how you seen it?
I was like, yo,
That's
you
fair.
because I had
That's
never
fair.
we speak out in public,
Mm-hmm.
but I hadn't. It took for a while to watch you on social media sites
Yeah, man.
and on, like to see you on other pods and be
Yeah,
like, yo,
man.
this nigga's way more than just a personal trainer. This nigga is fucking deep,
I lift things up and
intelligent.
put them
He
down.
knows how.
Yeah,
I think
man.
that you and Dodge could go at each other hard. Like I feel like he can combat you way more than me. I think he has the intellectual level.
I think he's
Look at
smart too,
Dodge's
Tosh.
face.
Listen. Listen, man.
What? Me and Zeus, we argue.
Oh, I got
Zeus
headphones
been
on?
arguing for years, so and he ain't won one yet.
I can't. Who's counting?
I'm counting.
All right. Hey guys, what up, man?
So
Good to be
introduce
here.
yourself. Who are you?
I gotta
Where
do
you
all
from?
that?
What you do? Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
all right,
Introduce
bet
yourself. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Shit, I don't.
All right.
All right,
your
let's
name?
do
What
that.
do you do? What's your media?
Yeah, but no, shout out to Tahoe. I appreciate that that opener.
So
You know
I'm
what
not
I'm saying?
even done.
Oh.
So I wanted to apologize to you for what I believe a lot of people probably do. They
What?
think you're just a personal trainer. They see you from the outside. You're this big, tight, short wearing,
Yeah, man.
huge bicep having ass, dark skinned nigga.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'll
Right?
take that. Yeah,
And don't realize that you're super intellectual,
Yeah.
super stylistic, super tuned into the culture.
yeah,
You
man.
listen to pods, you've been on pods, you've had your own pod before.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not just what I misjudged you to be. And then, like I said in the beginning, I think that, you know, it's funny. Over the course of the last couple of years, I realized that when I was on my way up, I started feeling myself huge. And, you know, I lost a couple friends on the way up. Not because I did anything, but because I think I changed. I was getting this light on me, and I started feeling myself, right?
Right.
As of late, I've been reaching out to a lot of them, like, yo, how can I help?
Right.
What can they like? One, my homegirl Kayla was like, Tahoe, you're like
Right.
talking to me, not you, right? And I'm like, listen, whatever I can do, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all love, like, you know, whatever. And that's why I want to apologize to you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I think that misconception is fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think most trainers ain't shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I live in a box by myself. I mean, I think I'm one of the, probably the most influential trainers, and I think I don't lean on the big muscles, right? Like, you've known me for long. I never leaned on that. Like, I look like that, but I've never leaned on that, right? I've leaned on culture, and I've leaned on music, and I've leaned on sports and entertainment. I've leaned, you know what I'm saying? So I understood, like, fitness is an avenue to getting people to be smarter and better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm also tapped in. You know what I'm saying?
Super tapped in.
Yeah, man. I've been outside forever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm always outside. I'm at the events and shit like that. Whoop de whoop. I'm probably one of the go-to trainers that you're gonna ask for in New York City. To
I
be
was
completely,
literally about to say that. Like,
to be completely honest, like not too many names are gonna happen before you be like, oh, you should try him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. You feel
I
me?
have referred
Yeah,
to people.
yeah. You've referred me, and we didn't even know each other like that. I mean, it was super early when you shot me somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because the name clearly went around. You know what I'm saying? So
When I would see you, I remember even in the pandemic, you was
Yeah,
had
man.
boot camps online.
yeah, man. Pre-pandemic, we had this boot camp, NAU boot camp. We still have it. Pre-pandemic, I mean, shit was
What's it called?
the NAU boot camp, man. It was every Monday at 7 p.m. Like, greatest show on earth, man. I mean, every class sold out for like 2 years in a row.
shout out
You know what
to
I'm saying?
Shameless.
Yeah,
Shameless
man.
stopped me from being able to go to boot
Oh
camp.
man, yeah. Dodge used to pop out.
I used to go.
Dodge used to pop out.
religiously, and we
Dodge
started
definitely used to pop
recording
out.
on Mondays. And I
Yeah,
could never
man.
make it.
I got a picture in my living room with the one that you was at.
Yeah.
It's my favorite boot camp of all
I
time.
got a picture, wild too.
yeah.
This mouse behind you, like.
Yeah, man. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I have the pictures of Mouse's first boot camp, and he was laid on the floor like
The Nike
that
one?
nigga was dead. Yeah,
I think it was a Nike one. Yeah,
That
yeah.
nigga died in boot
Nah,
camp.
but calisthenics and this type of shit that y'all do in the boot camp,
Yeah, man.
fuck you
I
up.
miss
Yeah,
boot camp,
and then-
honestly. I really wish that I had the time. I don't have the time.
Yeah, so now we're Saturday at 11 in the city. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pop by anytime. And
Is it break time? She done forgot how to do the break.
Melly said, I got too many jobs today.
I want to tell y'all this. We have a whole new system, and Melly's running it. She got a promotion. First of all, I want to tell Melly I love you to death.
I love you too.
y'all clap it up for me.
Not just for work, just as a person.
Britt Brad said
I
it's
want
at
to see
Zeus.
you
I don't know who that is.
thrive.
But yep.
Yo, bro.
Say what up to the people. You got good people here. This Discord shit is fire. My fault.
Yo, we all got ADD. But go
That's
ahead,
a
shout
fact.
out to Melly because Melly is amazing. And
We're going to break.
so you ain't gonna give Melly her flowers because you rather go to break and stuff.
It's not, but I can't. The nigga, like, and he's too big for me to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Discord is fire, bro. My fault.
I love Melly just for how down she is, how dope she is. She's a beautiful person, and you deserve way more. I'll do my best to help you get every bit of it. All right? Okay.
I just want to say it's not lost upon me that Melly is a Cancer.
I love
That's
cancers.
what makes her.
I love cancers. I think cancers are super loving people.
The best people
Super
in the world.
emotional, though. Super emotional. But that, to me, if you understand people that are emotional, it is what it is. It's like, some people get turned off by that. Me,
Right.
personally, I understand emotion.
Yeah, me too.
It can get draining.
Yeah, but I get it.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I get it.
Y'all think Will Smith is emotional?
Will Smith.
I'm gonna spit this out every time. Every time I
Segue King.
You like that?
Go for it, Dash.
Do you think he's emotional? What's his birthday?
Sure.
What's his birthday? Let's see what his birthday
Yeah,
is.
look that shit up. When is his birthday?
Yeah.
It's giving water. It's giving water or fire. Because I
Nah.
feel like water and fire signs are the most emotional signs.
Is he a Virgo? No,
his
September
birthday?
25th. What is that?
September 25th.
Yeah, that's not Virgo, is it?
Is that
What's
a
right
Libra?
after Virgo? No, it is a Virgo. My shorty's September 30th. I think it's still the
So
same.
oh yeah, okay.
It's a Virgo.
He's a Virgo.
Oh
No, I
and
said
that-
September 30th. I lied. Don't kill me. August
Son.
30th. It's 8:30.
Right, so she's
8:30.
not a Virgo.
Right. My bad.
What is Will Smith's zodiac sign? He's a Libra, son. Batshit crazy.
I don't know
That's
shit about
another one.
Libras.
Are they violent people?
I don't know shit about Libras.
Diamond is a Libra.
Oh, so she's kind
Okay,
of violent.
there's that.
There's that.
What did we think about what we saw last night? Were y'all watching?
Yeah.
You were watching at the time.
No, I tune on right after or whatever, and social media is practically like watching TV at the same
I
time.
saw
So,
Deanna.
so
I saw Scotty Beam. Oh my God! What the fuck was that?
yeah,
Was that real?
yeah, that was
What
my
the
first
fuck
thought too.
just happened? And I'm hitting her like, yo, what happened? Because I start seeing it throughout the timeline. Oh my God, yo, what happened? Was that real? Oh my God. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? And then you start seeing Will Smith just smack the shit out of Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I go online. Do you want to talk?
No, I was
know
agreeing
it
with
be
you.
hurting you.
No, I was agreeing with you. I was reliving the moment in my head. Like, damn, that shit was crazy.
Do we think that it was a valid slap? Y'all are scared to talk.
Nah,
I'm
I
not scared to
can't
talk.
believe this.
I'm not scared to talk. I'm still processing because there's two sides to me. Obviously, there is the knuck if you buck side, and then it's the damn bro, like, but why did
You said
have
that you
to
fucking
do
people
it?
up at school. If somebody did something to your school, you said you wilding at school. This is way bigger than school.
Listen to me.
You've said that.
The Lord is not through with me yet.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about Willard Smith. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Was it justified? Yes. Justified? Yes. Do I like the setting?
Will
No.
Smith did not smack Chris Rock. Will Smith
Smack
slapped
everybody.
everybody.
yeah.
He stopped fucking playing with people. Y'all gotta learn when to leave people the fuck alone, man.
I wrote
Will
that.
Smith had no right to do what he did. It was wrong. It was like Chris Rock. Yes, you got beef with Chris Rock. So Will Smith had beef with Chris Rock over this moment. Let me see if I can find it.
2016.
Yes, right. Will Smith had
Academy
beef.
Awards.
Which is funny. The way he said, "Keep my mouth's name out your mouth," was like, "I know you from the block." Like it wasn't
But
like
they've
this
known
moment,
each other for
right?
years,
But it
so
was like
yeah.
there was beef before. So
Yeah.
the fact that you could,
On during his opening monologue at the Oscars, delivering jokes
Yes,
that
sir.
were both hilarious and poignant, like this one, where he called out Jada Pinkett Smith for boycotting the show.
Is she on a TV show? Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Jada's mad her man, Will, was not nominated for concussion. I get it. Tell the truth. I get it. You get mad. She said it's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West.
that was good.
I like Wild Wild West. I don't give a fuck.
That was good. But he's a comedian. You understand what I'm saying? Like. He's a comedian. Maybe those jokes stung more to them in the household.
Let me tell you,
he's a comedian.
To me, and I don't have. First of all, Jada's been through a lot in the last 2 years since she started Red Table Talk. She's been through a lot.
Right.
She's not used to that type of negative attention. We've loved Jada since I was 13, 14 years old. Mm-hmm. Right. We've loved. Now we have the rumors of her fucking August Alsina.
Right.
We have all of the stuff with her and Tupac.
Right.
We have all of the stuff, like all of this, that she's a hateful person, that she's dragging Will. Even myself, I've participated. Will being the person that he is super about his family, and I would believe to be the softer part of the relationship. She comes off a little bit harder than he does.
That's how it looks.
Is now watching his wife be destroyed because of her relationship with him. It seems to be, right? Because if she wasn't married to Will, nobody would care about her affection for Tupac. Nobody would care about what happened between her and August, besides the fact that she would be a cougar or whatever, but it is what it is, right? Chris Rock mentions the alopecia that she has. Now he doesn't necessarily talk about alopecia.
Right.
He just says it's a G.I. Jane joke because she has a shaved head.
You feel like he knew she had alopecia?
No, I don't personally.
I don't personally. We got to play devil's advocate somewhere. I think. So you want to say, let's say he did, right? Because I don't personally think that he knew. But then when I thought about it some more, I'm like, that's actually a weird joke to make. It's super duper random if he didn't. Like I had to sit with this for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To make such a lame. It was a corny joke. She's gonna be a G.I. Jane too, or whatever. Like, it was a corny joke. And then the crowd laughed for a second. Will Smith, too, but we'll get there. And then the crowd seemed to have hit a, And that's why he goes, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody knew she had alopecia but him or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people were like, ugh. And at that point, I mean, now he becomes sacrificial lamb because I think it could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying?
My problem is this, though, Zeus. Yo, Dash, are you here?
I'm working. Yes, I'm here.
Oh.
But I'm working.
Sorry, didn't even do that. See, now if she gets up and slaps the shit out of me, then I'm wrong, right?
Right. That part.
It's what it is. Don't call me out on the world stage. But at what point don't you pull him over to the side backstage?
Yeah.
At what point don't you say that during your speech, like, yo, G.I. Jane, shout out to my wonderful wife who stands strong in everything that she's going through.
The classy road Will Smith
Right?
that we probably know.
This is the Academy Awards. Now, I'm not saying that because it's a bunch of white people, but it's a classy event.
Right.
It's not? They're showing up in fucking gowns and shit.
I think Will Smith he just popped the vessel, bro. I think that was a breaking point.
It doesn't matter. Does it matter?
But at that point, when it's a breaking point, who's to tell me it does or not? To me and my family, it does. So that's why I said I understand why he did it. I think at that point, he just lost his cool. You know what I'm saying? He was crying, bro. Niggas don't really cry after they slap somebody. He was crying instantly once he got off the stage. They had to pull him to the side.
Will Smith cried because he realized he just threw away half of his career.
He can't throw half his career. It's Will Smith.
Threw away his career.
He was part. Yo, bro. If that was anybody else, because Will Smith is that big,
embarrassed
he went back. He
himself.
went back and sat right there in the front row. Anybody else would have got escorted. This is Will Smith. He's not going
He embarrassed
anywhere.
himself. He embarrassed his family. He embarrassed black people.
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Absolutely
think so?
not. I'm not embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
Jada's not
No.
embarrassed. His kids are not embarrassed.
His kids rooted it. One of them tweeted like, "Yeah, go get him," type shit. Like, I'm not embarrassed.
Because my kids is fans of violence doesn't mean that I'm.
Yeah, but we're not embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But why is that embarrassing?
Jada's not
What part of
embarrassed.
what part of it is embarrassing per se? What I think is, my thing is, I don't have nothing wrong with slapping the shit out of somebody that you feel disrespected you. My thing is, do I like where it happened and how it happened? No. But I'm not gonna villainize this man for doing what he felt like he had to do to to protect his wife. That's what I'm not about to do. I'm not gonna take that stand. And I don't give a fuck if it's the Academy Awards, because when niggas was slapping the shit out of each other in the Source Awards and shit, ain't nobody have nothing really to say. So what are we saying? So it's like, because it's the Academy Awards, that means that it's
you're Will
worth more.
Smith.
So what? He's
Like,
a human
nigga, we
being.
thought you was gonna be the president.
No. I think that's another problem that we have in America, that we feel like celebrities are not people. So when they do shit and
It's
they
a
show their
comedian.
human form, then we're so quick to be like, oh, you should have known better. You should have done better. I'm still a human at the end of the day. If a comedian would have said something about your girl in front of your face, depending on how you knew how that would make your girlfriend, you probably would slap the shit out of him too. Stop it. I don't give a fuck if it's Will
I'm a
Smith.
garbage man.
It doesn't matter.
But
But why does that matter? So because he's Will Smith, that means that he has to adhere to superhuman rules?
No, it's literally about the fact of how we started this conversation. He did not smack Chris Rock. He took out all of his pain, which is why the tears were there, from all of the shit that they've gone through for the last 2 years, is however the entanglement shit started, and he took it out on this one person. Stop fucking with my wife about me. Stop saying shit, trying to dig at my fucking wife. Don't do that. And that was his moment to stand up. He did it in the wrong way to the wrong person. Chris Rock, that little joke, that whatever it was okay.
Yeah, it was mid at best.
I get Chris Rock did the hair documentary.
You should have known better.
That was 20 years ago, bro.
It wasn't 20
And
years.
even if he
That
didn't
shit was
know,
mad long ago. Yeah, like,
what if he didn't know?
I hated that people tweeted that.
I don't like the fact, but
what?
I don't know. I don't like.
If this was me or somebody else, you would be like, Tahoe, you got to know there's a time and place for everything. This is what you don't do. There's other ways to do it. But because it's this man, then we're saying, oh, we're caping for him. No, what he did was wrong.
I'm not caping for him. Because,
he could have took him backstage and went hard on him.
It's both ends. Like I said, do I like the setting? Do I like how and when and where it happened? No. Personally, I don't like it. Not because it's the fucking Academy Awards, because fuck them crackers. I don't care. That's not my problem.
Right.
My problem is there is a time and place to do things, and I would have rather you handle that on the side, because that's how I am. I'm a more so private person when it comes to beef. I'm not the person that's going to walk up on you and smack the shit out of you in the middle of the club, but I am the person that's going to walk up on you, pull you to the side, and slap the shit out of you. Those are two completely different types of people. So am I mad about what he did? No. I'm not. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I am, because I'm not.
I'm not mad. I'm playing this role.
My stance on it,
my
overall stance on it is, did Chris Rock deserve that? I don't think so.
I don't think he
Do I
deserved it
understand
either.
how Will Smith got there? I agree. I understand how Will Smith got there. Am I mad that he did it? No, because I understand what happens when you get there. You're going to do irrational things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That he's looking back like, damn, I probably shouldn't have done that. Did he put out a post today that said they patched it up after, right?
Yeah.
Like he
But somebody
after
said that didn't happen. I don't
all
know.
right, well, let's whatever. Yeah. Fuck it. But at the end, he's like, damn, I probably shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? But irrational moments happen when we're angry, bro. And when we lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not exempt. The nigga's human. You know what I'm saying? So I fully understand how we got there. But I do believe Chris Rock didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe Chris Rock deserved that. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, all right, this is what happens. You're protecting your family and shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you protect your family, it leads you to be irrational sometimes. And it leads you to... And it's funny, when you look at the clip long enough, right? He's laughing too. Like, he's just laughing it off. And then she has a bad face early or
Chris
whatever.
Rock
and
did not even know he got hit for a second, even though he said it.
He couldn't even fathom Will Smith was going to hit him. He was literally looking at him like...
Why are you upset?
Yeah, he probably thought he was going to just stand there and say something.
I have a question for y'all both.
Go for it.
Which one is worse? The Kanye Taylor Swift or this Chris Rock?
Kanye Taylor Swift.
This and Chris Rock.
Yo, you're crazy.
I'm not.
What?
Nah. This and Chris
Taylor
Rock.
Swift, she was.
What?
Like, she
One,
was
I ain't
damn
defending
near
no
a
cracker.
little-ass girl, like,
I ain't defending no cracker.
no, it's not. I'm not defending that. You said which one is worse. She was damn near a little ass girl, and a grown man did that to her. This is two men. These are two grown ass men. It's not the same. And it has nothing to do with her being white, because I'm damn sure ain't nobody Taylor Swift stan.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm a mother with a daughter. And if I have an 18-year-old, 19-year-old that gets disrespected like that by a grown ass man, I'ma be tight.
So basically, because Chris Rock could have defended himself, Taylor Swift couldn't defend herself against. But my thing is, Kanye embarrassed Taylor in a way, but it wasn't about Taylor. It was about the disrespect towards Beyonce. He didn't try to offend her. He said no disrespect.
So he stood up for Beyonce.
No disrespect for you, but
Right.
Beyonce's album.
Right.
We black
So he
people,
defended
we know
Beyonce.
how sometimes somebody be like, yo, no disrespect, and say something mad disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
It was, but
that was
Will
disrespectful
Smith
to
walked
her.
Not
out
more
and
than slapping
smacked
somebody.
Chris, he didn't even punch him. God bless you if you smack me. I'm never gonna forget that. You're not making the off the side of my face noise.
My kids can't see this, bro.
No,
We about to.
you can't slap me.
Nah, we fighting
I
right
gotta walk
now.
around slap.
Nah.
I'm not walking around.
Chris was so shocked, like
He had to say it out loud for his brain to register what happened.
Yeah.
He actually said it. Wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Like there's never a time in life that you say that.
Right.
Especially if you know that just happened.
Yeah.
He was so shocked.
yeah,
Like, yo.
yeah.
Then Will Smith starts cursing him out from the audience.
Yeah.
Kanye ain't do all that. Will Smith didn't raise his voice. Out, my wife, out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, fucking
You
was
know
deep.
what it is?
Bro, that's way worse than
Will
Kanye
Smith just got a
Swift.
clout. Will Smith is when you're America's golden child in a sense, which is
Yeah.
Will Smith.
That's
You know
who
what I'm
he
saying?
is.
You get those passes. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You get Will Smith. Will Smith got up there, gave a 5-minute great speech after. Niggas forgot. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Like,
forgot.
no, we didn't forgot because it's
The
today.
internet only
But
remembers it's gonna be over in a week.
right, and Will Smith is still the hero. You know what I'm saying? And then there's videos surfacing with him partying after, and the pictures of his family. But when Kanye did it, obviously with the Taylor Swift shit, nigga got with cancel's not coach is not real, but nigga got ousted in a sense from, and then Taylor Swift's career skyrocketed 30 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
I will say
White
one
people
thing.
across the world.
Fuck white people. Fuck
are
them fucking
upset.
crackers. I don't give a fuck about what a cracker
And-
gotta say.
All right, listen, Mouse.
I'm sorry. Like I don't fuck. Like I cannot with white people. They are the most violent, the most disrespectful, the most like treacherous group of people on the face of this fucking earth. They fucking catapult people like Trumps. The fucking the pedophilia, the sexual assaults. I don't give a fuck what a white man gotta say about what happened with these two black people. We'll settle it out. Black community, the black delegation. We'll figure it out. We'll
I'ma
have
tell you
our
like
monthly
this.
meeting. Fuck them crackers.
I will say this, right?
Yeah.
I personally did not believe that the white community would be mad at Chris Rock. I felt they didn't like Chris Rock for mad long anyway. They tolerated him because they had to. He was getting popular, making vulgar jokes, as somebody said in the Discord right just now, in the Zoom just now, about race.
Right.
And he polarized it. He polarized racism and the hypocrisy of it and the way black people are treated here. And yeah, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that the average white dude who doesn't subscribe to trying to cross lines with the crossover effect of being over here on the black side, right? Really appreciate it. They just said, all right, fuck it, he got us. Right. You got us. You got me. I'm being roasted. You know, it's just not me. It's my people. We're being roasted. You're funny. It's almost like somebody roasting Trump. Like, yeah, you got me. Right. It is what it is. Now, I was surprised when I saw some of these tweets. Dodge is tapping her toe. It's not happy. I can't wait till we get a moving camera in here. Because Dodge's not happy at all about this shit. She done called them crackers 3, 4, 5 times. We have to bleep that out on the YouTube.
I can't know. White people be irritating my soul.
Kathy Griffin.
Right.
Nothing
says,
but bitch. Shut up.
Let me tell you something. It's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters. Rob Reiner. Will Smith owes Chris Rock a huge apology. There is no excuse for what he did. He's lucky Chris is not filing assault charges. The excuses he made tonight were bullshit. Marla Shriver. Will Smith says he wants to be a vessel for love. Love is not violent. Love is not what was displayed on a global stage tonight at the Oscars. I don't know who the fuck Glennon Doyle is. Violence is never proof of love. That's a deadly idea that has fueled and excused domestic and all violence for far too long. Think hard about that take, please. Daj.
What?
Do you disagree with that?
I disagree.
Just because it's white people?
Yep.
Violence is never proof of love.
That's not true.
That's
If somebody violate my daughter and I punch you in the fucking face, that's proof of love for my kid. Suck my dick. I cannot with white people, son. These are the same people that would literally lynch black people and have their kids take pictures under somebody's dead body. Don't talk to me about violence. Y'all don't have the say so. You don't have it. You can't talk to me about violence. You can't. Sorry.
Yeah, there's 2 things that stand out to that, right? And as I listen to all of them, 3 out of the 5 of them echoed the same shit. White people have a relationship with black people, successful black people in a certain way, right? One, there was very be happy to be here-ish. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On this grand stage, right? So they look at us still in that space, right? You're on the grand stage, the world stage, national TV or whatever. Like, you're not allowed to be human because you're on our platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then there's this relationship where they still see us as this Kathy Griffin's post, right? Where there's this barbaric tone, right? Where the black man's this aggressive guy who would get up on stage and snuff somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're reliving the Kanye West moment. He didn't snuff anybody, but they're reliving that aggression going up on stage. Then they put it to the Will Smith who growing. Now it's like, who's going to be the next black man to do it? Ain't nobody worried about the next white man to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be who's the next black man to go on a stage and source awards this shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's the relationship with like black people in America, especially when you have money, bro. It's like you could be in the Benz, but you're still a nigga, right? Mm-hmm. So there was very that in those tweets, right? This like, hey nigga, boy, right? Chill, bro. You're here you're here with us, right? So no, I think their opinion doesn't count in this moment.
All right, so good. We also have a lot of black talent that are mad.
Charlie Chaplin's got it.
Shannon
Sharp.
Right.
You have, what's this guy's name here? Stephen A. Smith.
Let's
see.
Play that coon ass name.
Smith did tonight was straight bullshit. Props and congratulations to him for winning the Oscar, because damn it, he deserved it. And I love the brother and I'm proud of him, but boy, was that a shameful act for him to commit tonight. To go up on stage and slap Chris Rock like that, he's lucky he didn't get his ass kicked, particularly after the event was over. If not by Chris Rock, to the fellas he had there with him. I mean, damn. Denzel and Bradley Cooper and Tyler Perry having to calm you down, your publicist having to run out and calm you down. I mean, damn, come on, bro. Come on, man. There's no excuse for it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even try to justify it, okay? Chris Rock said it years ago. Every time black folks doing something, you know who messes it up. I never dreamed of my wildest dreams I'd be saying that about Will Smith. A black man, Will Packer, did a phenomenal job producing the Oscars, and you do this to stain yourself, to stain the Academy Awards? Dang, Will Smith did tonight.
To stain the Academy Awards.
Again,
I don't
echoing.
like that, because that's another nigga that he needs to get the shit slapped out of him every now and then, because he be talking crazy too.
He's tap dancing on that, right? On this at this Academy Awards, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. That's very like the white man's speech. You know what I'm saying? So Stephen A. isn't exempt from that, and his history shows us that he goes
What
against black.
about Shannon Sharp?
I love Shannon.
I'd have whipped Will Smith ass.
Then do it.
I would have whipped. He'd have had to whip me, or I'd have had to whip him. And every time I see him, it's on sight. There ain't nothing to say. And then you apologize to the Academy. F the Academy. You need to apologize to that man. Skip, let me tell you. There's 3 things, especially in our community. You say the N-word, you spit on me, and you slap me. Because if you go back when we were less than, that's what they did. They didn't punch you, they slapped you. Got it. Because that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. When you hear somebody, they don't say I'm gonna punch you, they say I'm gonna slap the you know what out of you. Because that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
All right, there was a whole thing. There's a whole thing. Shannon did a great job, I think, expressing how any man would feel. Yeah. Maybe a lady as well. Maybe a lady as well. What Trav say?
Trav said that Chris Rock issued an apology. I want to see it.
Yeah, Chris Rock did issue an apology.
Some shit. Oh.
Did he?
Yeah, well, maybe he wrote it because it looked like his jaw was broke. But it's not just white people that are saying things. So what do y'all say to the black people that are saying things?
That they're white people. I mean, you can.
You don't agree?
No,
I do agree.
No,
I understand where Stephen A. No, Shannon Sharp. Sure, I'll give you an audience. I can understand where you're coming from because it is a disrespectful act to slap a man. For a man to slap another man that is on black people's list top 3. That's definitely top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah, that's top 3.
Yeah, it might be 1.
For me, first is spit, second is slap, and then third
suck my
is
dick
talking about my mom.
Suck my dick is like.
Talking about my mama and suck my dick, they
slap,
really close.
spit, yeah.
You talking about my mama, you basically told me to suck your dick.
It's the holy grail. Yeah.
But it's both and. Like, again, like, we understand that Will was wrong with how he handled that. I honestly only want to hear from black people at this point about it. I don't want to hear from white people.
I don't even necessarily think he was wrong. There's that saying where they go, Harriet Tubman would have freed more slaves if they knew they were slaves. Mm-hmm. So when black folks talk about this situation in that tone, that's all I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Like because there's this white gaze that we
because it's the Academy Award.
Right. Yes. There's a white gaze that a lot of black folks live in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live in that. And I know Dodge don't live in that. And I know you don't live in that. And I mean, so
I think I subscribe to it somewhat.
Okay, well fair. So
yeah, go ahead.
As a professional.
Right, as a professional maybe, right? So, right, there's a white gaze.
I go through shit and I'm like, for instance, what happened this week?
Yes.
I realized that you're too far. It has nothing to do with white people. It's just you're too far. How do you going to go back?
Yeah.
You're going to go all the way back?
Yeah.
You don't go all the way back at this point. Your family's affected by that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we had I had an issue this week also.
I told you the same thing.
Yeah, and like I had an issue this week and I really had to curb the knee-jerk reaction for me to really go off and tell niggas to suck my dick and stop talking to me crazy.
This is a work situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
and
what happened
she
was...
really was affected by this.
I was really like... I was in a place, I was in a space. Part of the reason why we're recording on a Monday and not on Friday. Like, I was in a place. And when I thought about it, I had to think about things like my family. I had to think about my career as per how I was going to react to this instance that I was in.
Yeah.
And what happened is... because of friends like Tahoe and my other friends, I calmed down and I let it breathe for a second. Instead of reacting in that moment, I let it breathe for a couple days. And by the time I let it breathe, then it was understood that I was not the person in the wrong and somebody had to come apologize to me. Right. And after I got my apology, that's when I went in. Right. That's when I went ham. That's when I was finally able to say what I had to say, but I couldn't say it in that moment. Because it would have looked and sounded crazy. It would have looked and sounded very reactionary, too combative. It would have looked like some Will Smith shit. It would have looked like you said something to violate me and I slapped the shit out of you in that moment. So instead of slapping the shit out of people in that moment, I let it wait a couple days.
Right.
I got my apology first and then I went off. So that's the difference between how you handle situations. And I get it when you're in a corporate.
So what's the difference then? Why are you giving advice to these people? You got all of these people out here and you're saying it's okay because of this. But in my personal life, I did it the right way.
I did it the right way because I had counsel.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to do it the right way.
But at the end of the day is, yo, bro, get some fucking therapy. Yo, all of that crying, this is what he been holding. Yeah. That wasn't about that moment. That wasn't about fucking Serena and Venus and her dad. Yeah. That was, y'all been disrespecting my wife for fucking a year, 2 years. I love her. We're in this together. Y'all got me fucked up. That ain't had nothing to do with Chris Rock.
You know what it was?
somebody said it'd be great if she defended him as well as he defended her just now, right? Like, because I was like, wow, that's shit.
Let's take that. Let's take that and go to break real quick. All right, what was you saying, Zeus?
Yeah, no, that was just a segue. But I agree with what you're saying in regards to that's like pent up. I mean, frustration, right? And I think their relationship is toxic, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't know that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of that is based on the fact that they have an open relationship or that they have an understanding.
And
just
that's
how I feel,
fine.
right?
But so that it doesn't give us the right to judge them because they are doing that. We are stuck in our thoughts of what a relationship should look like. We don't know what their relationship looks like.
But they started putting us in there, right? They started giving us that after they gave us Red Table Talk. What was that? The first year of the panty, right? Of the pandemic. The panty. The Will Smith allure since that happened felt like it's just like slowly went down, right? Will Smith was on one of those like Mount Rushmores with like Kevin Hart before he got found out. It's like these guys who you think could do no wrong or whatever, or these guys who you think have no problems. Will Smith actually sat on one of those Mount Rushmores and shit or whatever. Him and Jada. I wonder if that Will and Jada love, like that was like a thing. Then once Red Table Talk happens, you're like, yeah, and then Will Smith becomes a butt of a lot of fucking jokes for a long time, for 2 years now at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I think in that moment, it was this backstory, right? Those Chris Rock jokes from 2016, but in that moment he just snaps. You know what I'm saying? And which is why I say I don't fault him. Like I don't fault him for snapping
because of him. He snapped because of his wife. Because these things, being men in relationships. And I want you guys to speak the truth on this one. No playing devil's advocate.
Go for it.
When you're home with your woman and your woman is going through things and you see the hurt, you see the pain, you see the despair, you're the one that's wiping the tears from her eyes. You're the one that's saying, you know what, baby, it's all right. We're going to go through it. We'll get through it together. There comes a point in time as a man when you're protecting your woman that you might snap. Because you're protecting the person that you love. I don't know what it's like to have alopecia, but I know that if I ever had to shave my head because of something that was outside of my control like that, I would be weeping for a very, very long period of time. Yeah. Like, I literally just recently cut my hair. Again, I did a big chop the first year of the panty. Right. And my shit grew back and it was nice and it was healthy and I was good. I was having fun. And then when I moved to Jersey, I didn't have anybody to do my hair out there. So I went and got my hair done twice by a local salon and they fucked my curl pattern up because I think they were one of them bitches that be having like perm and shit in they conditioner. My whole curl pattern got fucked up badly. I literally just chopped my hair off again. I want to say 3 weeks ago. Right. That for me, that shit still hurts. Like, black women, we give a fuck about our hair. Like, if it's one thing we care about, y'all know we care about our hair. And it still fucks with me too. So I can understand, like, for somebody that had to do it for my hair health versus having to do it because I have an issue and I'm probably going through it at home and my niggas see that shit. Don't fucking play in my face. Some shit just don't be funny.
I'm gonna keep real with you. I had alopecia in Atlanta. I don't know if it was because I was stressed out.
Yeah, because sometimes it happens with stress.
Nigga, I woke up one day and there was a bald spot in like the middle of my head and I had to cut my hair bald. Like literally, not even. It's smooth. Like you know how when you cut your hair down, you can feel the gristle. Yeah, there was no follicles, nothing.
She just disappeared.
A hole that's dead in the middle of my head one day, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know where the hair went. Nothing. It's literally gone. Right, like to the skin, my nigga.
That shit's fucked up.
I cut my shit. It was like that. Like you could see the hole, but because my hair is bald, you don't really know what's what. And then over time, the shit kind of just came back. Yeah. But I can't imagine as a woman that happening because women like it's for us. I would think that our money is our looks for men, like I said, and then for women, their looks. It is it is what it is. So yeah, I get it. Okay. I think I had a billion other. Let me see. I had a billion other Will Smith. Chris Rock's joke was rooted in misogyny, texturism, and ableism, degrading a black woman in a room full of peers on live TV. The fact y'all don't see that is violent. Violent. Yeah. I
You know, I'm never really 100% on the side of the super wokey woke.
You believe this is so you seriously this Chris Rock one joke was rooted in misogyny, texture,
noir,
whatever, texturism and what the fuck is ableism?
I don't fucking know. That's why I said I don't be really fucking with the wokey woke.
Degrading a black woman in a room full of her peers on live TV. The fact y'all don't see that as violent is beyond me.
I think that violent is a stretch. Like the wokey woke, they use a lot of buzzwords, but the fact of the matter is, it was in poor taste. It wasn't even a joke that hit that. Like, it wasn't hitting like that. And we've seen Jada for years. Jada has had shortcuts for years. So it's not about the cut. It's about this circumstance is different for her. And it's just like, yo, you just gotta leave people the fuck alone.
Yeah, I think it's okay to allow people to be dumb, but to make it seem like they're predators and violent and they're aggressors in that sense, I think that's where we go too far with like the woke thing, right?
Come on, bro.
Like the ability to be ignorant, you have the license to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? But my license to be ignorant doesn't mean that I'm a predator. It doesn't mean that I am this guy who.
It was a bad joke.
That's what I'm saying.
Only because she had health issues. But
right, that's what I'm saying.
If we aren't sure he knew about it, like he just didn't deserve to get slapped on national TV. And Chris Rock is he's one of our leaders, regardless of whether we like him or not, or whether we like his life choices or what he is. One of the people that's up there, like, yo, Will Smith and Chris Rock ain't supposed to get physical on live TV. I don't give a fuck what it was. Unless it was their choice together to say, yo, we gonna fight for fucking, come on.
I agree. I'm not in disagreement of you. It's both
I just yell because it sounds
I know. But it's both in, like.
Yeah, he was defending his wife in that moment.
He was defending her against who?
I think he was.
Let's leave this.
He's defending her against the world. I bet you a lot of people are gonna tread very lightly with their words now because don't nobody want to get the shit slapped out of them by Will Smith.
And I feel like
we know that he a slapping ass nigga. This is not
his first slap, right? That's a fact. And I feel like in 2 years, in 2 years, as people threw shots at Jada on every comedian, every talk show, every Saturday night stress, he said nothing though. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an aspect of like probably like wearing the bulletproof vest and just letting people get those jokes off, like haha. He said that. And right, he just let them get the jokes off, like hi. Even if you look at the video, his initial reaction was he laughed it off. He knows she has alopecia, but he was like ha. You know what I'm saying? So like he's right, but right.
She rolled her eyes.
Right.
When she
rolled her eyes at him. He was like, you know what?
That's funny.
Right.
That's funny to me. Hold on, because Zeus, you said you wanted to get to that.
What?
Yeah.
Will Smith's first reaction was to laugh.
Yeah.
Jada's, she was obviously like, here we go with the bullshit.
Yeah. And he was
what
like,
do you think that they had that argument on the way home?
He went, they have no argument. She looked at him like, good looks. You know what I'm saying? But if he didn't do shit,
that would have been argument.
But I don't think she expected him to slap him on stage. She probably had that look, and if he did nothing in backstage and at the after party, and then they would have had the argument. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said this is a combination of a couple things. Just like for Chris Rock off the rip. 2, Jada's reaction. 3, just overall stress. Like this is a culmination of because slapping in the moment, like to what you said, like we're not defending any fucking academy. We don't give a fuck about them. But the moment didn't have to be at that moment, right? Yeah. It could have been backstage, is what you said, right? So if Will Smith said, I bet I got this, looked at Jada like, all right, they go backstage, it's all over. Let me talk to you real quick. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sunned them. Walk back to Jada, she would have gave him the same gawk 12,000. You know what I'm saying? The slap was the combination of a bunch of things, and I think it's a combination of wearing the bulletproof for a while and chinks in the armor, and now I'm just full. And then she has that look. You see it. She has that look. You know what I like it too? Real quick before you pass the mic off, I was talking to my girl. I was like, the thing about the relationship is like, it's like you with your girl and like 5 niggas make her uncomfortable, right? And then she puts that look on. You're like, I can't go back into the house unless I fight
you
this
gotta
5.
fuck
I
'em.
gotta fight the 5. And then you get up and I gotta fight the 5. It was that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, he was like,
wait, if you lose, did she still honor you to
she
5?
better. You know what I'm saying? I told her on the phone, I was
Not
like,
to
yo, I
drag
said,
you, rip your shirt off
I said,
and
to be honest with you, we probably both end up with a black eye if you a real nigga.
Right.
And she was like, you know I would. I said, then we straight.
My nigga,
I said, your
you
job
know
is to
I'm
just make
coming
sure I
in.
don't die by 5 niggas.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? She was like, all right, cool. Then
I'm gonna
we
tell you
we
right
straight.
now. For one, I want to play Will's things that he said, and then we go into the next topic.
Deal.
But if August Alsina was in the house last night,
Right.
she would have kicked him out.
Facts.
What Will did showed immense bravery and immense care, and it probably is something that they have. She liked that Tupac, and this is no disrespect to Jada when I say that. She liked that real nigga shit.
Right.
Like, you stand up for me. Nobody's gonna violate me. Don't all this shucking jiving and you kissing for you kissing niggas for parts. No offense,
Right.
but just no offense to nobody. Pardon me, if, you know. But she liked that. You gonna go get it on some man, real nigga shit.
Right.
That shit.
She likes that, right? And Will being who he is just doesn't, I don't think, fit that exact part for her. But last night he did. And I think he made up for years of her kind of being disappointed in the type of man that he is and how he behaves. And I think that last night he kind of proved who he was to her. And if August Alsina was in that house when she got home, she would have kicked him out and slept with Will, and they would have had a whole redesign of where their relationship is. That's what I think.
I could check
I may
that.
have
Shout
said
out to
some.
West Philly.
I may have said some shit that people don't like, and I'm sorry if I did.
To do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Now, I promised myself that I'm not talking about nothing crazy this week, and I'm not. I'm not. But I had a hard week, and I realized some things. I had to speak to a therapist this week. Like, I had to make an emergency phone call
Oh, wow.
to a therapist.
Same, me too.
An emergency, please.
Please talk.
I am in dire need. Please talk to me. She'll be on soon. But I saw a tweet from somebody that said, at some point when you have multiple relationships end badly, how do you deal with the fact, or you got to come to the realization that it's probably you? That should hurt me, right?
Should touch.
Because I try my best to be a enlightened person. I try the best to be a better person.
Yeah.
But at some point, you are who you are, right? And it's funny to me with the Will Smith said, he said at your highest point, the devil comes. Sometimes the devil is you. Sometimes you fuck up your shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the therapist helped me realize certain things about myself that aren't the best for relationships. You know, shout out to my girl because she goes through a lot of this shit with me. And oftentimes that I realize that whatever bothered me growing up,
Right.
not feeling accepted by my dad, not feeling whatever from family,
Yeah.
feeling, you know, like say like I'm always complaining, yo, trauma ain't my friend. He don't do this, he don't do that. Nigga, that's not just talk. Something inside me wants more love from the people around me and doesn't feel like I get it. It doesn't start feeling, after a while, you start feeling like you don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? She said to me, she said, you know, sometimes we create the monster that we're scared of. Because what happens is you're so scared of the monster showing up, you start defending yourself from people. And then they get offensive because you're so defensive. And now they become the monster. Because everything you're accusing them of,
Right.
they start doing out of Cause yo, all right, you don't trust me. All right, I'm not gonna be trustworthy.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like whatever I do, it's not gonna matter.
I get that because I feel like I used to be that type of person. I understand that logic. Like, I was always the type of person pre-therapy, at least. Like, don't accuse me of doing something I didn't do, because then I'm gonna go do it. Because if I'm gonna be mad for a reason. If you're gonna be mad at me, you're gonna be mad at me for a reason. So don't talk to me crazy like, oh, you probably doing this. I'm really not. Right. But I can now. So now, if you mad, I can understand why you mad. I'd rather you have a reason to be mad than be mad at me for no reason. It's not a logical thought process. It's a very emotional, very broken, very toxic thought process. But it's something I had to work my own way out of.
The question that I have, go ahead, Zeus. You had something to say to that?
No, shoot your question.
The question that I have is, have you ever had to come to the realization that you may be the problem?
Yep.
Yeah, a lot.
I want to hear that.
I'm still there.
Please explain the situation.
Damn, that's deep.
Sorry, I do these things.
Right, I get it.
Because I want the people out here to have that in their life. Zeus, hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's fair.
What I like to do is, for me, these podcasts that I do, I put my problems out there and I try to examine them so that you out there listening to it can think about how you handle it and how you may be the issue. And it's literally about like us all getting better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we were raised by shit that is fucked up. The music, just the imagery, the way that this country treats us. And this is wherever you are. Because shit, in Africa, y'all got countries that treat you like fucking shit. Right? Mm-hmm. So wherever we are, there's a moment where I want you all to think about, have you ever come to the realization that you may be the problem? And how did you deal with that? Hit me up on Twitter at Tahoe_TV. Hit us up at So Shameless Pod with the question and let me know the answer to that, because I need help with that. I need to realize, I want to know if there's other people that go through that. I want to know what the solution was for you, right? And maybe somebody out there can learn from that, because there's people that need to do some type of introspection into their behavior and who the fuck they are. Zeus.
Yeah, professionally and personally, I think I'm better today. Therapy, right? I've done some therapy. You know what I'm saying? She didn't stick around much because I didn't like her much.
Mine blocked
but,
me, so you're good.
Right? Oh yeah. I didn't like mine much, but she said some cool things. So, you know what I mean, she was good. She was good with a catchphrase and shit. It's like, ooh, you nice. You know what I mean? But she got me to. I have the disease of every Capricorn person on the planet. I am a consummate overthinker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I overthink a lot, and then I start to two things happen. I start to like second guess things, which is part of my past, the not good enough part. So even in my relationship or whatever, it happens a lot less now, but I would always see the negative. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've talked about things like that, but I would always see the negative or whatever. And then my therapist was like, but what if it's the positive? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's actually two sides, Irv. And I would have this real jaded response to things, or jaded idea of things. You know what I'm saying? She can't love me this much. Nah, crazy. Like, nah, this ain't real. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I started to overthink. If she took too long on picking up the phone, I'm like, oh, she's out here being foul or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just start to seep into the relationship, and then not every little thing would be an argument. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't do anything at one point. You know what I'm saying? Without me like jumping on neck or whatever. And then, I mean, we had to work. We had to take a break. You know what I'm saying? We had to take a break last year into this year.
Can we add neck into them moist, thick word?
Jumping on neck.
Neck is just crazy.
Like
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
and we both just sit here like.
So yeah. So on the personal level, man, I realized that I was creating my own, you know,
demons.
Yeah, my own demons. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean some of them are invalid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take away my experiences and how I grew up and what love looked like and what love didn't look like. Haitian American, bro. I mean, I don't. Yeah, man. But we didn't grow up hearing "I love you," so my validation meter is at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? I need some motherfucking validation, boy. I tell you. So I'm saying, especially, thank you, man. And then what happens is when you don't feel like that, right? Especially growing up, you don't. That's fair. When you don't feel like that, or you don't grow up with that and stuff like that, right? You start to overcompensate, so you start to do so much. Like, I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? As much as I'm an asshole,
Yes.
I am a consummate giver. If you need anything, Dodge could hit me up tomorrow or write me a workout plan for 30 days, and I'll do it. And somebody else would have to pay 2 bands. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, whatever.
That's
But
very true.
but
We've
you
been
know
there
I would do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. We've been there before, right? I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. And I think part of my giving is my overcompensation for, like, okay, if I give love, I'm going to get love. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't feel love, so now I need love. Like, there's this whole fucking collide, right? So then at that point, I start to give in my relationship. I start to give, and I'm super this, I'm super that, or whatever. And then I'm not, the minute I don't feel reciprocation or reassurance or something like that, all right, the demon just came out from the closet, and this nigga's eating everything. You know what I'm saying? And once it starts eating, yo, let this bridge about to burn, boy. You know what I'm saying? And then I just start, like, the problem is I start to fucking just, like, it's like those movies where you're like, and I see myself falling. I just keep falling, and then she would, like, pull me back as much as possible. And Irv, it's not that. Irv, and at some point when we had our separation moment, I mean, being completely candid, she had to just let the rope go. You know what I'm saying? Because I just kept tunneling myself. You know what I'm saying? And
how do you get out of that?
Man, a lot of Buddhist chanting. I'm like a practicing Buddhist. I mean, when I go through my moments, I get real Buddhist. I mean, turn the lights down and just really chant for hours and shit. Therapy, yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
The crazy shit is,
but
I
Buddha,
met a yoga instructor the other day.
She's a Buddhist.
I don't know. She lived close to me. I haven't seen her in over a year.
Yeah.
I just met her one day. They were having a stoop sale, whatever, garage sale type deal, and I met them, and she just showed up, like, in front of my house one day. I was talking to one of my friends from the neighborhood, and she showed up in front of my house. She was like, I remember you. And I was like, I remember you too. Come to find out she does yoga. And I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, why would God or the universe place this person in front of me right now while I'm going through this shit? You know what I'm saying? Because the street nigga was right there too.
Right. Yeah,
and I'm looking at him like, I don't want to use you. It's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? But the yoga person comes right along as well. And I'm like, this is God.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, now I swear, this is not just
talk. And
this
there's a relationship
God,
between yoga and Buddhism. I've been practicing Buddhism for a couple years privately. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know. If they know. If they don't, they don't.
But
what
is that practicing it? Like, how do you?
Yeah, because I don't like to call myself a full Buddhist, because you got to have like this thing called a gohanzen, and I don't be going to mass and shit like that or temple like that. So I just do my chants in the crib, and you do your chants, and then you kind of like manifest what you want to see happen or whatever. And a lot of it, those manifestations, was like me trying to shovel myself out of my own grave and shit, you know what I'm saying? And just start thinking positively and this, that, and third. A lot of jaded moments as a kid, you know what I'm saying? A lot, man. I had to fight a lot, bro. I had to fight physically and like mentally, you know what I'm saying? A lot as a kid or whatever. And I won, you know what I'm saying? Like, I won. I'm good, and I'm make 6 figures and shit. My kids are gorgeous, and I got a crib, I got a car and shit. I got gorgeous ladies, you know what I'm saying? But I had to fight for a lot of this, you know what I'm saying? And as an entrepreneur, you fight every day, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm tired, boy. You know what Michael Beasley was like, I'm tired? Boy, I ain't never feel like I'm tired like that in my life. I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you just start fucking dying on the inside, you know what I'm saying? You become like Will Smith. It's take a lot of abuse, this, that, third,
now,
or whatever.
What is a rush of escaped emotion for you? Like, what does that look like?
Explain.
A Will Smith moment where you let it all out in a really inopportune moment, or like me. I told y'all I was in Cancun with my girl. I broke down and weeped, and it's all because she wouldn't let me fuck this other chick. But
backstories.
There was a lot. No, but there was a lot of backed up raw emotion that went into that moment. That's like, I'm tired of fighting you. I don't want to fight you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I let this shit go, and it hasn't happened to me since, right? You know what I'm saying? But what does that look like for you? Like just a burst of raw emotion.
Oh man,
have you had one?
Maybe many ones, you know what I'm saying? I've had moments where I just broke down and cried and shit, you know what I'm saying? More privately than like outwardly, like, well,
really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
By yourself?
Yeah, I cry a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't cry by myself.
Yeah, nah, I cry.
Maybe I cry in front of people. I wonder if that's like a...
Maybe.
My last resort.
Maybe it's a sympathy plea, right?
Fuck it,
Maybe it's not 100% genuine, right?
I'm a crying
No,
bitch.
I cry, and then
Yo, you got some nice ass feet. Not you. Your shit's kind of your socks. You need new socks, Zeus. But them some nice ass feet, Josh.
hey
Thank you,
man.
Tahoe. Now
But yeah,
all the feet creeps are gonna creep into my
They some
DMs.
nice feet.
but yeah, that's all I got. Yeah.
Josh,
Yes.
a time when you realized you may be the problem. And what did you do? How did you deal with
I was the problem for a lot of my life. Therapy saved me from destruction from myself, because I a lot of the issues root in
that mic up there?
up. A lot of my issues root from my childhood, like everybody else. And in my childhood, just kind of not feeling enough, having self-esteem issues growing up, and feeling like I could not maintain friendships and relationships with boundaries. That was my big thing. So I would let people get away with too much. I would let people say too much, do too much, past my limits and my own boundaries, but I never had the self-esteem enough to tell people like, you're ODing, which is why now my after therapy self, where I am now, disrespect is like such, I hold it in such high regard, because I have been disrespected so many times in my life, like in my youth, that as a grown ass person, I cannot, like, it makes me literally start shaking. I can't do it. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are at this point. Mama,
But
daddy.
isn't that a weakness?
It's not. I don't think it's a weakness. I think it's a strength, because now I understand boundaries. And I didn't understand
When you
boundaries
say can't
before.
do it. Now, disrespect is one thing, but your reaction is another. So
My
not being able to
reaction
control
is-
your reaction is
but
a weakness.
Yes, and it's still something I'm working, because I don't get disrespected very often, because I think that I set myself, I put myself in a position where I let people know from the jump that I don't really do the disrespect game. So a lot of people don't play with me, but every now and then you get played with. Every now and then, like, a motherfucker try you. And what I have learned is I can deal with disrespect calmly when it's not done in front of my face. So, like, I had to cut off a friend. I had a friend that was my friend for 13 years. And I had to cut her off because she was violating, but behind my back. She didn't do it to my face. And the disrespect. And I had to create a boundary. Like, all right, 13 years was enough. We just not friends no more. Like, I didn't have to argue with her. I didn't have to fight her. Like, the old me, I wanted to go upside her head. But it was more so I understood that it was hurt. Like, I was hurt because my friend from all of this time, like, you violated me. Not to my face, but I dealt with it differently. It's overt disrespect to my face. I still don't really know how to deal with that yet, because I don't see it that often. So that's where I'm still a work in progress.
What does a gush of can't take it no more look like?
It starts with tears, depending on where I am. Because if I'm in like a work environment or something like that, I'll cry first, because I know I can't swing. And if it's outside of that, if I feel it's a situation I could fight my way out of, then I'll probably fight. Or if it's something private,
But you're not.
I might
You're not
break
fighting
some
now.
shit.
You're not fighting
I'm
now.
not. I don't want
so
to.
So now we're not talking about back then, because
So
we're
now
talking about
it's
now. What does
now
that look
it's
like?
literally
I want people to be able to
either
identify.
a breakdown cry. I'm gonna block you, and I'll block everybody, or I might just break some shit. Sometimes I just need the satisfaction of hearing some shit shatter. Like, I might just throw some shit. Like,
So is that like punching the wall, the equivalent?
yeah, that's my equivalent, because I don't believe in doing things that's gonna hurt me. So I don't punch inanimate objects, because that shit's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt the wall. But I might
I don't
break
punch
some
walls
shit.
no more. I punched walls when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I punched walls. I had a million holes all over the house downstairs. But I've gotten past that. I've gotten past the need to, like, I think it's because of things that happened to me when I was in the street. I realized that violence only makes it worse for me, because I take it to that level.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, are you willing to go back through that again? Right? I've been to prison. I've been through other shit. So it's like, are you willing to go back through that again? Because that's where that goes. So because I don't go through that, violence to me is kind of like, it's just not on the same table. Not that I'm not willing to get with it.
Right.
I don't rush towards it as much anymore.
Same.
Bursting out in tears is one thing.
Yeah.
I want to change the topic. Only because we have so many and Dodge has to go. She has a long day tomorrow.
He got to go too.
So,
He got a session
right.
in an hour.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it far?
I'll Google it now, but it's Soho. We're like in the middle of Brooklyn, practically. So,
Azalea Banks tweeted out some shit. It was actually a couple months ago. So it's funny that I saw it now. Where is this shit? Come here, Azalea.
Come here, Azalea.
No, really, black men. Why are you guys so afraid of one another? Why do you think killing one of your own is a badge of honor? You guys definitely aren't carrying guns to defend yourself from white men or police. You all are actually scared to death of white men and police. You're carrying guns to protect yourselves from one another. It's actually the most asinine logic ever. Why are black men so scared of one another? Zeus, I want to ask you that question.
Oh man, that's such a silly question.
Silly.
Yeah, I think that's a silly question, and that takes away what we know, how we were raised, social. You know what I mean, fucking racial, right? All systemic, right? I think that takes all those things and wipes them off the table. Like we weren't set to be crabs in a barrel, right? Crabs don't live in a barrel, right? Like we weren't packed in projects and shit, right? Like our enemies weren't the Judas niggas right next to us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get ahead. Like we weren't set that way. Like we weren't played apart against each other. I think that question erases all of that. Right? So it's like, why would you ask that? Like she's smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we sure she does.
Never felt that way though?
It doesn't mean that she's wrong. These things, you gotta remember, these things don't mean that they're wrong, right? When you make these comments about like how black people treat black people, whatever. But then I can't take those comments seriously if you're not gonna address how we got there. You know what I'm saying? And there's still people that aren't. Just because we're progressive, us three sitting here, there's more non-progressive people than there are progressive people. You know what I'm saying? There's more. Right. I seen a tweet. It was a random tweet, but they said if you had $1,000 in your account, that you're better than like 80% of America. And I'm pretty sure all three of us could be like, that's it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
like,
there's literally
that's
that. There's literally that much people that don't have that. So you want to know how many people are not as progressive as us?
Yeah.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? So the idea that we get to sit in this privileged space because we read a couple more books and shit like that, and we whatever, right? More life experiences or whatever, right? Because a lot of these guys don't have those life experiences. They're on the block longer, right? Like whatever. So I don't like the erasure of that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that she's wrong, but don't have these conversations without having a why first.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Right.
What you're saying. But when I'm in the street and I walk past another black dude, I purposely say, "What's good, homie?" Yeah. And to me, that disarms the both of us.
Same.
But there is arms before that.
Yeah.
We walk past each other. We look at each other like, "Are you good?"
Yeah.
Because I'm not good if you ain't good.
Yeah. You ever been to like a red up stare down for no reason? Like just
Randy,
cause.
What's up?
Just cause.
You good?
Just cause. You just you just look.
What
just
is
cause.
that? That's what she's asking. What is that? And if you're gonna tell me that it's this, that, and the other, okay, I get it. But then I need to find a way out because I got kids growing up out here, and I got women don't understand that. Yo, you laughing, joking, talking about, hey, Batman was funny and this, that, and the other, and I'm sitting here at war with this nigga walking towards us right now.
Yeah, I grew up with niggas that, I remember this funny story, we were leaving church on like a Saturday, we were kids, me and my brother, and this dude walked up to us and was like, yo, you got $5 or some shit? You remember that? Like how niggas would hit you with the, yo, you got $1 or whatever? And my brother was like, nah, I think he did. I think we were going to the store. He was like, so if I check your pocket right now, you ain't gonna have no money in there? And my brother was like, nah. He was like, all right. And he just walked off, right? And like I was young. I was probably like less than 12. I might have been like 10, 9 or some shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? God bless my brother. Like, I mean, how strong I was like, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a little older than me. But I say that to say like, that's what we were faced with. You know what I'm saying? And then we grow up and then you almost see the black man as your opposition naturally, bro, until you guys become something. You know what I'm saying? Until you guys become friends or some shit, or until you guys give each other a head nod to like steer clear. You know what I'm saying? Because you're walking through a project elevator growing up, and then you see 4 black dudes on the elevator. I might take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not built with that level of trust, bro. We're just not built with that level of trust against each other. And
Do
I don't.
women live like this?
Right. That's a great question.
Because y'all are more catty than men.
Right.
No.
I realize that women. You don't believe women are more catty than men.
No, we are, but I'm just saying we don't live like this. No. It's ego for y'all. It's y'all are ruled by your ego, and you're ruled by the ability that everybody wants to be the alpha male. Nobody wants to be nobody's punk bitch. So if you see somebody staring you directly in your eyes, you're gonna look at that nigga back in his eyes like, why is this nigga looking at me in my eyes? So then it's just like an ego thing. It's like 2 bulls butting heads. And I don't think that it's a black or white. I don't think it's a black thing. I think it's a man thing.
I was wondering that too.
I think it's a man thing, and I think
like,
it's a proximity thing. I don't think that black men are more afraid of other black men. I don't think that that's what it is. It's proximity. Because if you grow up around white men and you're the only black person, you might have that same type of interaction with white men. You will see 2 drunk white men that just sit there, stare at each other, might bump each other, and a whole fucking bar fight might erupt because it's an ego thing. Y'all are type slow. I've been telling y'all, like, y'all are a little touched, like.
What? Men or black men?
No, men in general. Like men, y'all a little bit touched because it's like y'all egos are so big. It's just like, why the fuck are y'all having a staring contest right now just because you happen to look up and you caught eyes with another nigga and y'all staring each other down? That's fucking weird. Y'all niggas are weird.
Not to us.
Yeah, it's not to us. I'm just saying from a woman's
right,
standpoint.
from a woman's
like,
standpoint.
That shit
It
is
is
weird.
super weird to me. You say not to us. What do you mean? Why am I looking at you? Why
Because
why don't we like each other? I don't know you.
Because I piggybacking off of that.
Why are we willing to fight, cut each other?
There's
shoot
an
each
alpha.
other
There's
over
an
that?
alpha male. There's an alpha male issue that we have, bro. You know what I'm saying? Proximity as well. Growing up in the hood, assuming that she's probably talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That it's like jail. You've been there. I know niggas that work there. You know what I'm saying? I get it, right? I've been there, but
By the way, if you work in jail, you're in jail.
that part,
Yeah.
right? And fun fact, I was talking to my man that worked in there. And he was like, "Yo, I had to do a use of force the other day." I was like, "What happened?" Well, you know how that
And
goes.
them niggas-
You know
see,
how
you
it
always
goes.
have to use
You
more
know,
force than
you
the
know how
prison.
it goes, and I know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So I had to use the word. He called the best of you. Come on, you know I wouldn't let that happen. So you're right, because then you everybody punk bitch after that. You understand what I'm saying? You know how that goes. So when you in the hood, whatever the case may be, your block or whatever, if somebody's giving you that alpha moment, you better knuck up and give it back, because you can't even go back home like this nigga son me. You can't go
once you
back.
get
You
bitched,
can't go
you
back to
the
a
bitch.
playground. That's
Yep.
but this is how we were raised. That doesn't make it right. I'm saying this is how we grew up.
That's my point.
Right.
But the one thing that I will say about, and I don't think this is a black man thing. I think this is a man thing right now in society. The people don't understand how finite death is. And I think that people, especially like these young niggas growing up, they grow up in too many video games. They think it's like they don't understand that niggas only have one life. Like, it's not a video game. Like, you can't shoot a nigga and then he come back and then he got more lives. Like, you can't just reset that shit. So with that mentality, is like everybody just seems so like disposable. You don't realize how finite death is. So people are making like these long-term effective decisions without really the rationalization and understanding of like, oh shit, of what they just did. And they have like these oh shit aha moments. So now you done killed somebody, so now somebody gonna come after you, and it's just like a big ball of things. And I think that has a lot to do with just technology now, because I feel like back in the day, like, niggas knew, like, if I'm about to kill you, I know I'm about to kill you. Like, I'm very aware of it. These little niggas, like, it's like it don't register.
It don't
in
even
their
register.
grind. Like, they don't register like the value of human life. It's just so like, nah, I don't like you, so I want to unalive you. Like, that's
Right.
fucking weird.
It's crazy. By the
Like-
way, not shout out. God bless that young man that went up in that roller coaster and lost his life. And then to Dodgers and trauma, I understand now. Y'all was saying things like, yo, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch these things. I don't want to watch these things.
I would never.
And, I watch it. It doesn't really bother me. But what bothers me is knowing if that was my child and all of these people are watching it to laugh and watch at, or to like go, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is my child just lost their life. And this is like, it's so sad that people have to deal with these things because of the internet. It's like a retweet moment. Oh, how many retweets can I get off this shit? And it wasn't, I've seen a lot of things. I saw Nip pass, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot of things. This was different for me because 14 years old. And even with the Travis Scott concert, these are kids. And I can watch my child pass on the internet. Just think about that statement.
So there's a video of it out?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can watch my child pass on the internet.
No.
And I can read people talk about it.
Yeah, no.
I can read people's thoughts about this is my child.
I could have fathomed.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me, I think about this. I think about my daughter going to a bowling alley one night and somebody shooting it up, or some random mishap where something happens and it's a retweet moment. It's a retweet moment. This is I'm scared every minute of this. So I don't know if you guys are the type to watch these things that you guys that's listening to this stuff, but let's just think about stuff like that.
Like that and be all right. Like that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's too. You're too. Like Brandon just said, like desensitized. Like at that, I don't ever want to be that desensitized to human life, and I always want my humanity and my empathy to overpower anything and everything else, even my own inconvenience. Like, I care about human life too much to do that.
Very sad. Very sad. So I don't know why I changed that to that moment. I'm not going to keep going into it, but just God bless, first of all, the parents. I understand what it's like. It's so funny. My daughter doesn't. Kids don't understand parents.
Nope.
Right.
It's like, I've been caring about you all of this time. I want to know you're still one of my best friends. And you're not my best friend because we're on the same level, but I love you that much that I value you talking to me and I want to spend time with you.
Right.
And, that's like friendship to me. It's just a parent-child relationship.
Right.
But I value that with you. And I value that you want to tell me things. And but they don't give a fuck about you. They want to talk to their friends and they got their boyfriend and clothes and the internet and this, that, and the other. So they don't really give a fuck about you as much as you give a fuck about them. But it's to the parents out there that are every day, Dodge, I know that you go through things with Parker. By the way, she's amazing. She's a piece of work.
She's a fucking asshole.
But it's amazing watching a child go from goo goo gaga to mommy, I want to go to the park. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out with my friends, or I have algebra.
Well, I'm not
you
doing
have
that.
algebra.
Parker got homework recently.
She got homework. We was on the phone the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, you got to do your homework. She was like, homework?
Yeah.
Okay, mommy.
She don't know
I'm
to
gonna
hate
do
it
my
yet.
homework.
She don't know.
Yeah, she don't know. Like we were talking about it and like we was getting a little bit frustrated because this is her first time ever doing homework and trying to like direct her into doing some things. And I was just like, yo, we can't yell at her too much because we don't want to traumatize her. We don't want the word homework to be equated to being yelled at, getting in trouble. So we have to like ease her into it. It's like we got to give ourselves some grace. I had to pull some teacher moves at home and I was not prepared to pull out at 3. But teacher moves, them shits worked. Because
like
I almost wanted
life,
to like snuff her shit. But then I was like, no, Dodge, you're an educator. Use
Tell
your
us, what are
teacher
teacher
moves.
moves?
Johnny had 3 apples.
All right, so
Johnny had 3 apples.
Johnny had 3 motherfucking apples. Stop playing with
Right.
me. So
That's me.
Parker is like super duper smart and like she mastered like ABCs 1, 2, 3s, like different words, sound association. She did that a year and a half ago. So her homework assignment was she had to trace, because now we're working on writing, she had to trace her A's and her B's, but I had to ask her 3 words that start with A and 3 words that start with B. So I was like, all right, baby, give me a word that starts with A. And she's like, A, apple. Cool, apple. Give me a word that starts with B. She said B, I think she said like bear. I said, all right, cool. So give me another word that starts with A. And she said C, cat. And I'm like, nah, bro, give me another word that starts with A. And she said D, dog. And I'm like, no, we're not going through the whole alphabet, mama. Like, that's not what we finna do.
So why you playing games with her?
So then what happened was I'm like, all right, what fucked me up was I was like, all right, baby, give me a word that starts with B. and she said moon, and I was like, yo, stop fucking playing with me. Like, moon, you know moon start with an M. Stop playing with me. So that was my parent reaction. My teacher move was like, all right, no. So you have to redirect the question. I said, A is for apple. A is also for, and she said, ant. And I said, okay, B is for ball. B is also for, and then she kind of went off to C and D again. And I was like, all right, A is for apple. B is for ball. B is for baby. Give me another A word. She's like, alligator. I'm like, boom, I ain't getting there. I got 2 more left. I'm sitting there like this.
They should force parents to take some type of like
fuck
like
you.
basic level education. Yeah, I got 2.
Don't
I got
take me
2.
back to school.
I got 2, but my reaction is I don't have parents. I don't have teacher moves. So my reaction would be like, yo, my man, stop playing. Right? Like that's I saw, and then my daughter's soft, so then she starts crying. I was like, yo, boy, wipe them tears. Like I swear, I talked to her just like that. Yo, boy, wipe them tears, because we not getting up until you get the shit right. And I let the curse word slip. I don't give a fuck. I don't mind when parents curse around their kids. Do your thing. I'm very that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any teacher moves. It's like, and it would be the simple. Well, now we're on subtractions, which would be kicking the butt a little bit, but she's really, really smart. But subtraction be getting them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the hard one, right? Addition, subtraction, cooking us. So I gotta take a second. I gotta take a walk or some shit.
You know what? Teacher moves, like the best thing, like especially when you're talking about like younger kids, you have to have the ability to ask the same exact question in different ways. Because your first initial way that you ask them, it might fuck them up a little bit. So you have to do it in different ways. So when you're talking about subtraction, as a educator, what I would tell you is you need things. Like does she have the counting bears? Like the little different color bears, like the counting bears that you put in a cup?
No.
All right, I'll send it to you. Sure. So have the counting bears. If you have the counting bears out, then you can show her visually, and it will help her understanding, like, because not everybody understands just with numbers on a paper. Like, you need visual aids. So visually, like, these things help you around. So she got banana for B because he was designing something, and like the picture was still up on his laptop, and I was like, give me a word for B. And then I looked at her and I pointed at it. She was like, B, banana. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like sometimes you need visual aids. You need different things. And what I would tell all parents to do, stop buying your kids fucking toys. Go on Amazon and literally type in learning and educational things for your child's age. Yeah. It pops up easy. I knew Parker is turning 3. So for her 3rd birthday, I told everybody, don't buy her a toy, buy her a book. It's a book party. And I gave a list of things. I already knew she was about to have to start learning how to write, because we know like these things are coming up. So I did it on my own. Like you have to make learning fun. Like when we're outside, she'll see something. She's like, oh, it's a dog. And I'm like, really? How many dogs do you see? 3. Yeah, because that's number visual association. Like you don't have to be a teacher to know how to do it, but you just have to have a lot of patience with your kid. And you have to ask them different things in different ways. Like it's not going to be 2 + 2 is 4. They're not going to get it. Right. They won't.
I ain't going to hold you. I kind of use this. I want to switch topic because we got to get out of here soon. And I still have some dope things. And I know you're going to get mad. But I do this often because if I pick my stepdaughters up from school, right?
Right.
How was your day? Good?
No.
That ain't going to work.
Yeah.
That ain't going to work. What do you say?
What made you happy today?
Name something that made you laugh today.
Yeah.
My daughter's a chatty patty, so I never had to. But
as they get to teenagers,
they
don't
older,
give a fuck about you like that. So get the fuck off my back. But you don't get to do that. We got to ride from here to there, and I want you to talk. I want you to express yourself. I want you to tap in. You know what I'm saying? So good, I ride for 2 seconds, and I'm go, what's something that made you laugh today? Mm-hmm. What's something that made you, and why?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm directing the questions in a way that you have to be able to, and it's exercise. People kind of like mazes. They do. For some reason, you're like, oh, I can get to the middle of this. So it's mental mazes. That's the way that I play with their brains. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's very easy to fall into the good. It was okay.
Yep. It's so easy. We do it as adults.
Yes.
How you doing? I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah.
That shit don't work.
I'm not playing that. Okay.
Fuck outta here.
Fuck out of here. Right. Boom. Shout out to y'all. We got a little too much more. Okay. Nah, I would have thought my baby was dumb. I love Trav.
Trav is really sick, bro.
Shout out to
Like,
everybody.
Trav is nuts.
Also, shout out to everybody that fucks with us.
Facts.
Just fucks with us. Like, really fucks with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you. Your love is something that you didn't have to spend on me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to be here. And I fuck with you for that. Thank you. I have three different things. I have are men okay? So I'm going to do another episode this week.
Okay.
Boom.
Me, Trom, and 2 of our friends. Just some random shit. Don't
Some
worry about
nigga
it.
shit?
No, there's going to be a young lady there. My accountant friend.
Okay.
And his this girl that I know around from
As long as
around
I'm
or whatever.
going to be
You don't
home.
have to be here.
Have fun.
Right.
Y'all have at it, niggas.
In any case, I wanted to ask 2 questions before y'all leave and before we do cap and no cap.
Sure.
One is, why do people still date for love? I realized that in my life, I've fallen in love faster dating for fun. Just out enjoying life. I find somebody that I start enjoying. I find somebody that I kind of rather be around you than the other chicks. And next thing you know, she kind of is like, all right, I'm around all the time.
Yeah.
I deserve a little bit more respect. Are you going to diss me for these bitches? Like, no, I'm not going to. All right, you're my girlfriend. Oh, cause shit, I'm in a relationship.
Right.
I'm in a relationship. Fuck it. Right? Rather than the people that date looking for love all the time. And y'all pick everybody that you think you like, and they feel tricked, and next thing you know, they broke your heart because, yo, you got to relax. Relax. So I wanted to ask y'all a question very quickly, and then I have a follow-up, and then we can get the fuck out of here. Why do you think it's better to date for fun? Not why. Do you think it's better to date for fun or love, and why? Zeus.
I think it's definitely better to date for fun, personally, especially my own personal
As a
experience.
man or as a woman? Because I think men rule the dating game.
I think I can only speak as a man, right? But as a man, it's better to date for fun, right?
So speak to women.
Speak to them or for them?
Speak to women from a man's perspective.
Okay. In my perspective, right? Dating for fun allows you to remove some of the expectations and then find what works throughout it, right? So a lot of times, not too many, I think this is just who men are, and for the most part, not too many men date for love, period. Like, I don't know one guy.
Only the losers.
I don't know one guy that's ever dated for love. You know what I'm saying?
Losers.
Right. So we date to have a good time. Somebody to go to movies with. Somebody to fuck.
Only the men that women not gonna really want to be with.
Right.
Date for love.
Right. No, I agree.
What, Dodge? You're laughing.
I'm laughing because it's funny because like these are the questions and these are the moments when I really think I'm a boy. Like
that you rather date for fun.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't date for love. I've never dated for love.
Yeah, I think dating for love comes with, which is fine, but a level of probably an emotional dependency, or one of those things where it's like you need somebody with you, and so you're dating for love. So you're super intentional about who you're around, and this and third, and yada yada. But it forces you to like nitpick every little thing, and they don't fit your box and shit. Nobody has a box. It's impossible to have a box when you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is broken, bro. We've all dated somebody, even probably the partners we're with now, that there was all these things that we thought we needed, were gonna happen.
Right.
I will do it out, and then they fuck your
out
box.
here.
They came in and said, fuck your football, right?
Right.
And you're like, fuck your football. You're like, and you see this new box, and you're like, okay,
I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
I mean, this box is not that bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Dosh.
No, I don't know what dating for love even really looks like.
I feel like you did it a long time. Every dude that you kind of liked, you wifed them up
No, I didn't.
for a while. All right, go ahead. Maybe I'm
Like, see, with me, what I realized in my 20s, like my mid 20s, was I didn't have the capacity to date several people at the same time. So if I started dating somebody, I would see it through, and then I would dispose and date somebody else. But I never fully committed. So a lot of the people that I was dating at the time, like I'm still kind of vetting. I'm still trying to understand. Like it would take me a year to be like, I don't want to commit. Like I don't want to lock this down. Like you're not my boyfriend. Like my friends will be like, yo, this is your boyfriend. This is your man. I've seen you with this nigga for 3 months in a row. Not really. Like the last nigga that I remember dating that you specifically, I remember you telling me like, I don't like that nigga. That nigga's not for you. That's not like, you need a better nigga than this. That is the one man that had literally asked me to be his girlfriend officially about 4 times. And every time I said no. Like, nah, it's not ready. Nah, I'm not ready. It's not good yet. Because he was fun, but he was also stressful. And I couldn't deal, like we would have fun, but then he'd be like, in his feelings, he was the most emotional nigga I ever met in my life. So I was just
look
like,
at her face when she said that, like, ugh.
Like, yo, stop fucking talking to me. Like, so I'm like, I know
Let
I
that
can't
man
be in a
feel,
relationship
bro.
with you. No, you can feel. You just can't feel with me.
But he was
Somebody's
in love
gonna
with you, bro.
That's not my problem.
It is at
No.
that moment. Well, I guess not. But
No,
but
it's not
all
my
right. So
problem.
what do? Do you sabotage yourself out of that?
I
Because
didn't sabotage. I deaded it.
all right, but during the course of this ride, you enjoyed the ride for what it was worth.
For what it
He
was
had
worth.
stressful moments, but
Yes.
part of the stressful moments were the fact that he was super emotional.
Yes.
You know what I realized? I realized that when you don't like somebody,
You talking about me?
no,
Are
well,
you-
no,
are you
but
clapping at me?
anybody,
Okay.
anybody, you know what I'm saying? When you don't like, no, all right, real quick, I was talking to my client and she was like, oh, this guy that she's talking to, Whoopi lives in Jersey, yada, yada, yada. And she's mad that she won't come down to Jersey. She drives. And I was like, you don't like him like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple. Like, life be that simple. You know what I'm saying? So, with him being emotional, if Gunn is emotional, assuming he is, I don't know him personally or whatever, but let's say it's a nigga that you like. Nigga, come here, bring all those emotions. You know what I'm saying?
but
You didn't like this
listen,
nigga,
it's
so
not
now
that type of
it's almost like a play for niggas to be emotional
See,
when
I
women
liked
don't
him.
like
It wasn't that.
when women
It
don't
was-
like you. Plus, bitch ass, emotional ass nigga. But let it be your nigga. You love this teddy bear ass
because
nigga
his-
behind the walls. You understand what I'm
His
saying?
emotions
It's-
was tapped to insecurities, and that's what I couldn't deal with. Because you know me, right? Like, if anybody knows me, hold on. If anybody knows me, the one thing you all know is I'm always surrounded by men. I'm always surrounded by men. My core group of friends is more men than women. It's always been that way. I can't deal with a nigga that can't understand that about me. Because I'm not giving up my bros.
Can I devil's advocate again?
No.
No?
Because
That's
I'm
cool.
not giving up my bros. I don't give a
That's cool.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I'm not giving up my bros. For nothing. For nobody. And if you can't understand that about me, then we can't be together.
Now we're talking about factors of love.
Right.
I'm switching off a little bit because we could do this forever, and I would love to, but you guys both have things to do. So factors of love. We got 8 minutes to talk about this. I'll save the rest of these for another time. I really put together a whole list.
Yeah,
and
we got mad shit. I put mad shit in the chat too.
and we didn't even do. And you made
Yep.
me watch them stupid African show.
Was it stupid?
I don't like reality shows.
It was fucking amazing. Maybe because you worked on one.
A few,
Yeah.
but I just don't. I realize that this is strictly entertainment. Like it's whatever. But in any case, okay. This young lady, yo, the shit is. There's so many different things I want to touch on. But that just shows that we're doing good.
Father telling me, God rest his soul, before he passed away, that men have 4 different appetites that you have to tend to. He said men are not complicated. He said, I'm just going to break it down to you. He told me, he said, men have a physical appetite, a visual appetite, a sexual appetite, and an emotional appetite. And for a minute, I really didn't understand it when I was younger, but as I got older, it really started to click. It always stayed with me. He said, physically, you need to make sure that you know how to cook. And if you don't know how to cook, then find out how to cook. And if you can't, then at least have a meal on the stove or in the stove. By the time he gets there, that's warm, especially if that man is taking care of the household. He said, it don't take a lot of work. He said it don't. And I watched my grandmother do it. I watched her do it, so I know that I'm capable. He said a visual appetite. He said, keep yourself up. He said, if you're the only woman that this man is going to be with, at least keep yourself up. He said, because men still need to be stimulated visually, so that way they can crave you. He said, and yeah, he said, love will still be there. He said, and although your looks will fade, you the one woman that he wants to look at. Give him something.
Oh, sorry.
Excite him. Make him imagine something. Tease him. Right? And then there's a sexual. My grandfather told me, he said that, yes, visually you can stimulate a man. He said, but don't forget that men are sexual in nature. He He said, and so they gonna want to do what they want to do to their woman. You the only woman that he's sleeping with. You the only woman that he desired. Take some time out of y'all day. He said, look, if y'all got to share the responsibilities, share the responsibilities. You both do things in the house so that way when the kids are down, y'all both can bathe and oil each other down and do what y'all need to do. He said, that's going to help y'all connect. And then last one, he said, men do have an emotional appetite. He said, all men want to feel is appreciated, understood, heard. That's it. He said, just listen to him.
Just listen to him. Zeus, how you feel about this?
She was almost pretty spot on.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Food on the table.
Man, especially if I'm taking care of the household, right? I'm one of those guys that I pay the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the mortgage.
But you live there. She don't live with you.
No, meaning like in the idea of being married, right? Like
Okay.
in the idea of being married, I'll
You wouldn't split bills.
The mortgage is the bill for me. Everything else on those minors you got.
So she has to pay electricity, gas,
Sure. You know what I'm saying?
food.
Yeah. And then granted it's kids, right? The kids is a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? So you got all that. You know what I'm saying? So I got the mortgage and you cover all those little things. How you finesse those things, go for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you because we don't have much time.
Yeah, no.
But I could argue with you.
I'm pretty sure. I grew up watching my parents split bills, so I'm not against it. Then I watched my brother take the mortgage on for his house of 3 kids and a wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
but the mortgage isn't 3 kids and a wife. It's just a mortgage. It's
Right.
literally just $3,500 or
sure. But then
$2,200.
I think in his case, I think he covers like the cars too or some shit, or the insurance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the bulk of this,
All right. So you're saying pay the mortgage.
right?
If I pay the mortgage, even though you got to pay gas, electricity, even though you got to buy the food and take care of the kids, make sure there's food at home on the table at home.
Sure. Yeah. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. Just make sure I eat, bro. Like, I'm 240.
I should have did this earlier.
I'm 240, bro. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah,
Like,
but she has to. That means she has to work. So she has to go get the money for the gas, electricity, and the food.
I mean, all right.
She also has to take care of 4 kids, as you just said. And she has to make sure that you have food because you pay one bill.
No, the idea of being a provider, is not just strictly financial. You understand what I'm saying? We understand that because she said being
That's
the
what
man.
you just said.
Right, but it was under the idea of paying. Fight.
I want y'all to fight.
No,
So I don't
but
have to
I
fight.
like bagging people in the corner because he's
I'm
fighting.
not fighting. I'm not fighting shit.
Fight.
I'm not fighting shit. And what I'm saying for my household, right? The way I interpreted what she said, right, is if I'm taking care of the house, right?
Taking care of the house is more than just the rent.
Sure, and I'm aware of that, right? But what I'm saying is, we all understand being the man of the house isn't just because you pay the mortgage or the rent. Like we understand that we're doing our job, right?
What else is it?
I mean, everybody's relationship is different, right? But in that case, I think if the guy's providing that emotional security,
You just said you pay the mortgage. She has to pay all the bills and take care of the kids and cook for you. So what
but
else do you?
why
do
would you
besides
assume
pay
that I'm
the
not
mortgage?
taking care of my kids too?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
You say what you would do. Speak for
Right.
yourself.
You just
All
said
right,
what you would
all right.
do.
In this case,
So are you coming home?
I'm also,
Are you dropping the kids off at school?
Yes.
Are you gonna pick them up?
Yes.
Are you gonna do the homework with them?
Yeah.
Are you gonna make sure they had a bath?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So all she got to do is cook for everybody and pay the little bills.
That's what I'm saying. What y'all doing, y'all broad stroking this, and it's impossible to do that, right?
Okay. No, we asking you to be specific.
Yeah, and I'm always gonna be specific to my life, right?
Yes,
we're talking
your
about
life.
2 entrepreneurs, especially in my life.
Yes.
Lord willing, that me and this young lady, become what we're supposed to be, right?
Right. She's amazing.
Right. I think so too. And so we're talking about 2 entrepreneurs, right? Which is early mornings, late nights on
Yep.
both ends. Hers allows her to work more remote. So this is for my life,
she got a
right?
little bit more time,
Right. So the idea of picking up the kids, my answer is going to be yes if I'm not working in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the answer for her is probably more likely her because she's probably working from home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all
Okay.
to everybody's life, right? So when we say things like this, it's like, yes, we can broad stroke it, or then we now go real, okay, what's your life like? You know what I'm saying? And if I go, what's my life like? I have a life of 2 entrepreneurs, and it's a little tricky. You know what I'm saying?
So he did fight his way good out of that. Fuck it.
I helped him a little.
A little
You
Mayweather.
did.
A little
You did.
Mayweather.
I helped him a little.
A little Mayweather.
Right.
I mean,
The boy
My
was
bro.
like this.
a little, right, I mean,
I ain't gonna
right,
let him
right,
sing
right,
on the show.
I mean, she tripped Tahoe up by the ropes real quick, like, go, Irv. I was like,
She said, cook for him, sex. No, keep yourself up. where are you with the keep yourself up thing? Because she had 4 kids. 4 kids is a lot for a woman's body.
Yeah.
Where are you with the keep yourself up?
I'm down to send you to DR to get your body done real quick after a kid. To be honest,
Each one?
if you want, yeah, if you want. Listen, man, the greatest gift you could give the world is a kid, man. Listen, you want a trip to Miami real quick? Let's go do that, bro.
Listen, I feel like more men would do it if they could afford it.
Absolutely.
Y'all call us broke. We don't have it. And then y'all act like on some classism shit once you got titties in the ass and your stomach is sucked in and all that. Like, oh, it's classism. Like, you a badder bitch than me because you could go get the 7, 8, 10,000 to get your body done.
Yeah, man.
I think that's why a lot of people hate on the body done thing is because like it feels like it's a classism thing now. Like, oh, I got my body done. I got to get a return on investment on this body. You saying no?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I know if I have another kid, I'm getting a fucking lipo ASAP.
And he's gonna pay for that, and he probably ain't got no problem.
Oh yeah, that's
with
part
it.
of the
That's
stipulation.
see what I'm saying?
Classism thing.
See what I'm saying?
No,
I mean,
I'm just doing it because I'm not working that shit out. I ain't worked the first one out. I ain't working the second one.
Fortunately for me, I mean, we super healthy household. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's all subjected to everybody's life. I date a vegan, right? Which I hate half the time. But the idea that she right, I dated a vegan who works out more than me. You know what I'm saying? So the idea that there isn't an upkeep, I couldn't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But just the idea that she has multiple kids and lets herself go, or things just got hard, right? It's not even to let yourself go. Things maybe the pregnancy period was just tough. Who fucking knows? Like, let's board a trip to Miami and then no halfway house, nigga. I got you on to come back, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I gotta wipe your butt. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Gosh,
like,
keep food on the table.
Who, me?
I just said, Dodge. Keep food
I
on the
said I
table.
ain't cooking for no motherfucking.
I do cook when I have the time to, and if I don't have the time
So
to,
he
then
has to
he
keep
does.
food on the table.
He cooks more than I do right
So
now.
he keeps the food on the table.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Don't ask me nothing. You know I don't do
Gunna's a
shit.
special guy, bro.
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Every week,
I
man.
just be like, yo, this
Gunna never cease to amaze me. Every week.
slavery. It's slavery.
It's not slavery.
Gunna gonna come out like Will one day. Gunna's gonna be Will Smith one day. He gonna have tears in his eyes one day, and he's just gonna be tight. He's gonna be tight. He's gonna be like, I put up with this shit. Like, you know what?
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why he don't. I'm gonna tell you why he don't. And I'm gonna tell you why he's not.
Bro.
Because if it's one thing I do, I'm very appreciative of all the things that he do, and
Right.
I take care of my nigga.
Right.
In what way?
Take care of my nigga.
In what way?
Like just little things.
Like
I
what?
surprise him.
Like what? Flowers?
No, the flowers were so cute, but no, it's not. No,
What is he? He's a fireman. I'm pretty sure he didn't carry no bouquet of flowers into the firehouse. What do you do for him?
So this weekend,
What's she waiting? She's trying to
no, because this
Get a
weekend,
Mayweather.
I was very proud of myself. So this
trying to
weekend,
knock my nigga on the ropes right now.
we had like a day out with Parker. It was her best friend's birthday, so we went out. We did all this. We chilling with the kids all day or whatever. And then he took Parker to his mom's house, and I'm like, "Do you mind if I don't take the ride with you to your mother's house?" And he was like, "Nah, if you want to chill in the crib, go ahead, chill in the crib. I'm gonna drop the baby off, and I'll be back." Cool. So while he was gone, I ran outside, ran to the grocery store, got some stuff, ran to the liquor store. I bought like 2 different types of liquor, and I bought beers because he's been talking about drinking like a cold beer for a while. We ain't have beers in the house. So I did that. I had bought some like little tea lights. I set up the lights, the candles all around the house. I drew like a fire bubble bath because we got the jacuzzi tub, and we haven't like, we take showers together frequently, like 3-4 times a week. Like that's our thing. But we haven't taken a bath together in a while. And I know that that's something that he likes to do. So when he came in the crib from dropping off the baby, he walked in the house, and the house was like, I tidied up. Like, I do things. Like, it's not that I do nothing. See, the thing is, for our first year of our relationship, he was the overworker. So I cooked everything for the whole first year. I didn't know the nigga could cook until we moved in together. Right. Like, I cooked everything.
If he could paint, he could cook. You know this nigga could paint? If he could paint, he could cook.
Like, I cooked everything. I used to pack him lunches. I used to like put like little notes in his lunches and shit like that. Like, all
right, but what have you done for him lately?
I'm telling you what I just did on Saturday. I'm telling you what I just did on Saturday.
Do you mean something not grandiose? Because that was still fire.
It's not, but it's not, and it's not grandiose at all. It was very simple.
Is that like a common thing?
I try to do something appreciative for him.
what? Is it mic?
Yeah, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that like
I
a
try
common
to do
thing?
something appreciative for him weekly.
These niggas don't hear me.
So me, like, my love language is like acts of service or it's gift giving. So like I'll just randomly like just buy him something. Or
do you ever run a bath for him and put some oil in that motherfucker?
I did that on Saturday.
Okay, good. So this is amazing.
This is
I ain't
and it
gonna
was
hold
just
you.
Saturday.
The bath talk. There needs to Khaled, DJ, hey, bath talk. Can we do that? Run a motherfucking bubble bath for a nigga and stop me from what I'm doing and say, I want you to go in the bath and I'm gonna rub your back while you're in the fucking bath. I want to pamper you in that fashion. Just that alone. Here, I listen. You're gonna put your feet while you're doing this editing. Put your feet in this tub right here. I put some tea tree oil in here and some fucking bath salts and Epsom salt or whatever. I know you've been on your feet all day. Run it. Yo, little things like that make a nigga come home, bro. Food on the table do make a nigga come home, bro. Like, with all this other shit, fine. Listen, let's get into the cap or no cap. I want y'all to get out of here. I know you have a client, Dodge. I know you have a long day this week. By the way,
my kids
thank you
are
both.
testing.
Thank you both for being around.
Yeah,
thank you
man.
both for coming. Zeus, anytime you feeling open,
Pop up.
pop up.
Trom don't be here.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love fact. Yo, shout out to Trom.
I love this show.
Trom's
man.
getting his
Surgery.
eyes fixed this week.
Oh, shout out to Trom.
And not his fault he isn't here because we were supposed to record on Friday because he scheduled on because normally we'd be like this motherfucker. But hopefully you can fucking see. I never got to see them fucking glasses. You don't know what Trom's glasses look like. I used to live with that nigga. Y'all have no idea the type. Trom got like 3 levels of glass. You know them glasses that got like 3 different levels of glasses in it? And yo, them shits is different, nigga. When that nigga came out, I thought he was joking. We was like 14. I looked at this nigga like, nah. And niggas wasn't even saying nah back then. And I think I was the first nigga to say nah. Cap or no cap?
All right.
Let's do it.
At Vixrinvin. This has got to be Vixrinvin. Y'all date someone for a month and already think about starting a family with them. And I want you to talk to your therapist about why you would do that.
No cap.
No cap?
No cap.
A month? Yeah, we go together after 2 weeks, bro. Like,
And you would start a family with them.
yeah, man. Yeah.
You want to start
So is that cap or no
anybody.
cap?
No
That's
cap.
why
No cap.
not too can, too good.
No, that was just.
I don't even
wild
have to know
nights,
you,
like-
and I think that you're perfect for me.
Yeah. How many times have we been? We've all
Like,
been there.
I do it
We've all been
jokingly.
there.
Like, I'm never dead ass serious when I say these things. It's very jokey.
We could be together.
Yeah, man. It doesn't take me that long.
Very often, I think about the moment my girl DM'd me or texted me. I know we was dating already, and she was like, "Motherfucker, just be my man already." I know she hates me for saying that. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I think I fell in love with
But-
my girl like the first month. I think
but
You
I
know what I'm
didn't see.
saying?
I'm
With-
still sitting here looking
I
at
fell in love with your girl
other.
the first month.
that's fair. We was watching
Y'all
All
gotta let
Smoke.
me come back from this statement. I
Right.
just said some wild shit, and I need to come back from it.
So stop saying wild shit that you got to come
It's
back
not gonna
from.
happen. But I still had these other things like, oh, I want to have all of these chicks,
Yeah.
all this other stuff, and then I always thinking about like, yo, I had it right here in front of me. Even when she said it, like it really took for me to look at her like, oh shit, she really want me, you know what I mean, being a man or whatever. And sorry, babe, I know you like, I hate this nigga. In any case, she probably not listening anymore anyway. At Jordan773, pronouns in bio is normally a dead giveaway. That person is annoying as shit.
No cap.
Word?
I
He,
hate it.
she?
I hate it.
He, him?
I fucking hate it.
Why?
Yeah, no cap.
Shit is fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah,
It's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I hate it. When I had to do it for work and I had to put it in my fucking work email, I'm like, fine.
Yo, they
What do you
really
think?
put that shit in what?
Cap. Do you get to answer these questions?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I haven't dated them that long, but and honestly, I'm super sensitive to pronoun talk, to trans
That's fair.
community shit. So
That's fair.
honestly, everybody's annoying to me.
So it's
Everybody in this generation is annoying to me.
Doesn't change anything.
Naturally.
Right.
So
Right.
I kind of make excuses for everybody because I think I always put the onus on myself that, yo, this is your trash. You're trash.
Right.
So you're trying to accept, I'm trying to accept everybody. So I don't really get to label people the way y'all get to label them.
That's fair.
At coldest_hottest. Here comes the if my man not coming like Will tweets.
The way I got that text,
I said
15 minutes after that situation happened. If my nigga not coming like Will, if my nigga don't love me like Will, I'm like, yo, you better shut the fuck up. Like, so it's ridiculous.
I ain't gonna hold you. I said this online. Nothing in life has ever gotten pussy wetter than a nigga aggressively, physically, and triumphantly beating the shit out of some niggas or niggas that tried to violate her.
Facts.
I agree. I
don't give a fuck what relationship they have. If that's her homeboy, that's his pussy right now. She looking at him like, yo, like not like that. Not like that. Obviously not like that. But this is a nigga that I run to. This is the nigga that I look for protection. This is the nigga that I kind of would go the route with. Even if that's my homeboy. Because he made sure I was good and I feel protected in this world. This nigga could almost come at her like, yo, you want to go to dinner? And she'd be like, yeah.
That's a fact. Yo,
What's yours?
This takes me to something which is crazy. On Tidal, did y'all see what Will Smith did? It's about Will Smith. What Jay-Z did that was 444 docs?
No.
Damn. All right. Well, when y'all get a chance, go on Tidal and watch it. So then Will Smith is on it. There's this part about like black men in love, which takes me there. And then Will Smith is talking about dating, which is so funny because he was like, growing up, I had all the wrong advice about dating, but I did it. And then he was like, first, you take a girl, and this is literally how we say that. You take a girl, then you take her out, then you take her to one restaurant for an appetizer, then you take her to another restaurant for dinner, then you take her to another restaurant for dessert, and then, which is why it's so funny, he goes, then we go out to a bar, and then you start a fight with somebody on purpose, beat them up, she'll love you forever. And I was like, huh! So when you just said it, fire! So fire. And I was like, and when you just said it, it brought me to this Will Smith irony, right? It brought me to this Will Smith story that he said about what he did growing up with dating. And I was like, nothing gets him wetter in this world.
Ladies, have you ever been on a date where a nigga, fuck the last part, but a nigga took you to 3 restaurants in one date?
I can't wait to try that. Because I've never done that.
I've never done 3.
That's so hard. That's so hard. Appetizer,
babe.
So hard, bro.
Babe,
yeah,
you gotta vlog the whole.
You gotta
vlog the whole shit. That's so hard.
That's how whack I am. I'm like, babe, you find a restaurant.
Nah, you really sick of that.
Nah, you gotta find them. But that's so hard. I've never thought of that. Right?
That is
like
fire.
Appetizer, then go get dinner, then go get dessert somewhere else.
That's fire. Especially if it's a dessert spot.
Even better.
Like Insomnia Cookies.
Yeah, right. We go to Van
Louis
Louise all the time because they close at like 12. Yeah, it's a vegan ice cream spot.
Oh, ew.
Nah, it's just slap.
First of all, the name sound fancy, so he felt some type of way. He's like, what? He's such a fucking label whore bird.
Right.
Like, really
It's like, the Paris moment. Van Louise. Ooh.
There's a spot that I love in Soho. I don't know if it still exists. It's called Tipsy Spoon. And it's a ice cream spot, but they infuse the ice cream with like liquor. But you don't get like smacked or nothing. But it's like it's a nice little
rum type
little situation.
Yeah.
And
that's hard.
Yeah.
All right.
Day spot.
It is now 7:32. Zeus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the clock.
AKA Tight Tyson.
I've been timing it. So.
So you're in a good space. All right.
You got enough to run someone more or some shit.
You want to get on there with the lift?
You paying for it?
Is the show paying? We're kind of tapped.
I don't listen. Y'all paying for it? Because I'm poor until Wednesday.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, sure.
Just because you got a long week. Dodge has to do the whole
niggas said it was flued
standardized testing this week.
Yeah, my babies are taking their first state test ever tomorrow and Wednesday, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot prepping.
I didn't pass any of them shits. Oh, I probably did. I probably did, but like low. I wasn't that guy in school like that.
Yeah, like no, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. Yeah. And I'm going to be hella stressed out tomorrow and the day after. Like it's about to get crazy.
At the original Lux says, we went to a basic ass restaurant yesterday and a girlfriend invited her dusty ass nigga to join us. I had 2 $5 Moscow mules, crab, and artichoke dip. My total was $24.58. This nigga tell the waitress, 2 checks, please.
Like your girl, she can pay for her own shit.
It reminds that reminds me of this conversation that I'm going to use to close out. Chelsea, by the way, thank you for everything you do behind the scenes. Nobody knows who Chelsea's like fucking. What's the Batman's butler? Alfred. Chelsea's Alfred. He don't come out the castle, but he makes sure that the Batmobile's gassed up
every time.
He makes sure that Batman has all his shit. He has all his suits. Yeah, make sure that everything's like Alfred was behind some shit. He was
most important nigga.
So shout out to Alfred of the So Shameless podcast. And I'm gonna play this.
Pretty good. Let me just go ahead and cut to the chase. I don't know what you want, what you're looking for. People say they're looking for one thing, their actions display another. So here's what I'm proposing. We can vibe, we can chill. A lot of women get on this app and the first thing they want to say is, I'm not hooking up, I'm not fucking, I want your time and energy. I say, okay, cool. That's exactly what y'all about to start getting out here, just time and energy. So here's what I'm proposing in a respectful way. I understand you may not want to open up your legs because something of value is there to you. Well, something of valuable is in me opening up my wallet.
Not a valuable.
So, I don't want to use something valuable. You don't want to use something valuable. If it's mutual, let's do that. But what we can do is we can go on a date. You can spend your money on you. I spend my money on me. We can walk. We can talk. We can have any conversation.
I'll never judge.
I'm doing pretty good. Let me just go ahead and cut to the chase. Have any conversation.
12.
But that money stuff, nah, that finesse ain't gonna happen no more. Not even with $5.
That nigga is tarnished.
So, let me know if you want to move forward. If not, that's okay.
Yo, you still asking for pussy after that?
Right.
Not even with $5.
Let me know if you want to move forward. Move forward with what, Brokey? It was the fact that literally she said, hey, how are you doing? And that is what you responded with.
Yo, what's wrong with niggas?
I keep telling y'all niggas is weird. They have nothing but dick and audacity, and y'all been trying to murder me.
No, please stop. Cut her mic. It don't have nothing to do with none of that.
Right.
It's the fact that because the reason I say that is because of Trom's clip from last week. There's mad whack niggas out here.
Surplus.
But there's mad whack bitches too.
Surplus.
So I'm not gonna just be like on this fuck nigga shit, like, cause it's not. There's an equal amount of whack bitches and whack niggas. It's just that bitches can't hurt niggas. They just embarrass niggas. Like the chick that fucking posted. What's the fat nigga, funny nigga? Drewski.
Drewski was like, a nigga's not funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's not that funny in person.
Right,
you know.
Right. They'll embarrass.
Like, bitch, why would you at me with this? You could have told your homegirls that, or you could have just said it. Like, oh, I met Drewski the other day. Like, she literally took a selfie with Drewski. A picture with Drewski somewhere, and then ats him under the fucking caption. In the caption, yeah, at Drewski, he's not really that funny in person. Well, why the fuck do you want me on your page then, bitch? Why would you post this? And at me. Like, this is corny. So women do all types of corny shit. It's just that niggas do corny shit that is just not nigga-like. Like, what is this? Not even $5. So do you still want to fuck me? Like,
those are niggas that are raised by social media. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas have this idea like you literally have to buy shorties, literally, like right, like this the value of money when it comes to relationships should not be as high as people in dating. It shouldn't be as high as people give it.
But you want this. My thing is this, right? Why wouldn't you be one a nigga to take care of his bitch? Like, why not? Part of me,
because he thinks all women. He thinks that they're not deserving, right? So he thinks that they're less than. He thinks that they're money hungry whores, right?
How much is $5 to you then? If we talking about valuation and value and this, that, and the other, you really care about $5 that much? I don't even have. Let me know, Dodge, if you ever seen a penny in here.
No.
I don't. When people give me pennies, I give them back.
Right.
Same.
I'm not dealing with this. I'm not putting this in paper. I'm coming a long way. Here, take this. You deal
I've come a long way.
You deal with this. I like silver. I collect rare. I collect dimes and rare nickels.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I collect dimes and rare nickels.
I lied this year.
$5, my nigga.
Right.
This is where you $5.
That's where you draw your line. Like, that's your hill.
You a bum bitch. I don't like broke niggas. I don't like broke niggas that like to date, and I don't like broke niggas like overtly telling me that that they're broke before I get to know them. Like there is levels to that shit.
Right.
Like you could be like, let me find out you broke after the date. Don't tell me before that you broke. Like that shit is so nasty.
But it's broke-minded.
I'ma block you, bitch.
It's broke-minded, my niggas.
What you doing on Hinge and you broke? You ain't even got $5 to spend. Get off of Hinge and go get a hustle. Or you're traumatized. You're traumatized from the women that you have found yourself associating with.
That's what I think.
So
his
now
case
you
is.
don't want to date anymore.
You really think that?
And I
think there's a
believe
level
it's
of
because
that.
you started off and your
A
name
level
is
of-
King on Hinge.
I think there's a level
You
of
giving
being
me
traumatized.
Hotepi vibes, and it seems like your Hotep got you fucked up. Like you probably said the wrong thing on a couple dates, and like, damn, I just paid for this bitch dinner, and I never got to see her again.
Yeah,
If
nigga
your
probably,
goal is
got
to
used.
fuck-
It's just corny nigga shit. Nigga probably got used before
But
by
the
a
thing
shorty.
is, niggas be
know what I mean?
acting like dating and fucking is synonymous, and it's not.
Right,
If your
that's a
goal
fact.
is to fuck, there are plenty prostitute. Go find one. Go find one.
Oh, go find one.
All you
damn
need
pussy.
to go find one.
But the niggas, the women that niggas want to fuck, you got to pay to play a lot of
Yo,
times.
should
You know
there
what I'm saying?
should there be like an online course for men for dating?
There should be an online course for a lot of people for a lot of things.
Should be
But the
one for
thing about
both,
dating
so.
is a lot of people are not qualified to talk about dating.
Right. Who the fuck teaches that course?
You're supposed to learn about dating from your fucking parents.
How?
Wait, what?
That's
No,
what that's who you're supposed to learn about dating from. You're supposed to learn from because we're supposed to grow up in like positive environments, not toxic environments. So your parents are supposed to be your first teachers. Your mom and your dad are supposed
That's
to
love,
teach
not
you.
dating.
Right.
But no, your mom and your dad are supposed to teach you how to vet people. They're supposed to teach you your worth, and they're supposed to teach you how you're supposed to go about dating. It's supposed to start with your parents. But it's not doing that. So everybody is learning their shit off of music and internet. And me, I learned about dating off of music.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
But I
if
learned
I
off
do
of
some shit
R&B
that
music.
my dad, say my dad and my mom's was in a really good relationship, if I do some shit that I learned from my parents to one of these teenage or young chicks, they're gonna call me a corny ass nigga.
So
Then
That's not the
it's not
bitch
a
for
productive
you.
it's not a productive thing to learn from.
That's not the
that
bitch for
model that works for a 50-year-old does not work for a 21-year-old. They're gonna call you corny.
no, because what your dad should teach you is that you're supposed to, if you don't have your own money, you shouldn't be going out on a date. What your dad should teach you is chivalry. You open doors, you open car doors, you pay for the bill, and you don't have to expect sex. What your mom is supposed to teach you is boundaries. Like, just because for a nigga pay for your meal does not mean that you owe him anything. There are certain things you're
What?
supposed to teach your child.
This shit, you've been drinking too much.
I had one fucking.
This
is why I don't like
that-
drinking.
that-
because
that-
Don't
I
throw
had
that shit
one
at me.
glass.
Don't throw
that-
that.
No,
that-
You try to boil it up.
I looked at
Don't
it like
that
y'all
level of
fucking play with
utopia
me.
is not real.
It is real.
That
Why is it not
that
real?
level
It doesn't make- 'cause
that
you-
level of fantasy is not real.
But
Sounds
why is
good
it not-
though.
but that's the problem.
It sounds
because we
good.
grew up in such fucking toxic environments that we don't understand that shit is absolutely real.
No, it just isn't real.
It is
It's
real.
not gonna transfer from parent to child that way.
Why?
Because like you will learn certain shit from you. I think that you'll get listen, hear me out. I think that me watching a loving father, mother will say, this is something that I want. Yes, I get that. I can see how it would work far as goals. I want to have a family the way my father and my mom's was. I'm not just going to be out here like that. I want that. But that, when you're talking about dating, that doesn't transfer. For one, what you're saying as far as boundaries, they're not going to transfer to this chick.
See that shit. You know why that shit's tricky. That shit is tricky because there's two things. There's a lead by example idea, and there's a conversation idea, right? If we're talking to our kids about it, we're probably 20 years their senior at this point. Our kid is 15. We're 40. We're 50 or some shit when we're talking about it. Them times are different. You know what I'm saying? So you can give them the word, but how well it transfers, I don't know. What I think transfers more is them being able to see that loving parenthood, right? Where they get to see, let's say, you and Gunner, and they get to see him open the door or whatever. You know how many girls we've dated in our life where like, I want a nigga like my dad, right? And they've seen that, right? But the idea of like my dad probably telling me like, this is what you gotta do to them young chickadees, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? All these bitches want to do is TikTok and listen to Summer Walker today.
You
because
acting like that does not even necessarily mean that you're going to get shorty.
Right.
So it doesn't, it's like, oh, he's a great guy.
Right. So,
but I want the drug dealer nigga over there. I want
right.
This
So
dude.
I can't
like,
even invalidate my dad's experience. But I'm like, bro, you're 60 and I'm 20. You know what I'm saying? There's 40-year difference. These Johns ain't even like that, pops. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'm not gonna take him serious. But if I get to see him, sure. But I'm probably win more by getting to see my dad and my mom, and I didn't or whatever. And shout out to whoever did. You know what I'm saying? But a kid will win more by seeing you. Parker wins more by seeing you and Gunner treating you this way more than you can ever be like. Don't let any of them raggedy.
It's not about dating, though.
Right?
That's still not dating.
Yeah, that's love. There's a difference.
Right. I don't think my parents could teach me how to date. I think they could teach me how to love. I don't necessarily think they could teach me how to date.
But even within dating, there were certain things because I didn't have a lot of time with my mom, but there were certain things that she taught me that stuck with me.
Right.
One thing that she always taught me is if you don't feel comfortable to leave. One thing that she always taught me while I was dating, always have cab money. Always have enough money in your wallet that you can take a cab home if that's what you needed to do. She taught me about emergency 20s in my wallet. My uncle taught me about chivalry. Like, yo, if a nigga let you walk outside, like you walking down the street with a nigga and he lets you walk on the outside, he don't respect you. If he don't push you on the inside, like these are little things that I learned within dating from the people, from my tribe, from the people around
Not from your
me.
parents, though.
But that my uncle was my dad. And
It's
my mom
different.
is my mom.
What my mom could teach me and what my aunt could teach me, I'm going to take it two different ways. First of all, I'm not looking at my mom a certain way, but my aunt is more of like a kinship there. So when she's telling me shit there, it kind of probably must stick more. Most of us don't listen to our parents the way we listen to other people.
No, you don't. But you still, like, when your parent gives you certain lessons and they say certain things to you, you might not get it in a moment, but you'll get it when you get older because it'll just be stuck in the back of your head and be like, yo, you know what? I understand it now. I'm not saying that your parents telling you the rights and the wrongs of dating is something that's going to stick with you right in that moment. But when you are ready to really date seriously and date with intention, if you learned the right lessons from your parents, it's going to come back up.
I love this podcast. I want to get these two people out of here. Shout out to the Discord. Shout out to everybody that's on these social media sites and just fuck with us. Yeah, Dodge and I have an amazing weekend coming up. If you're a fan of Dodge Bell, I am. She made a call. She texted me one day and said, hey, this is what I want. I said, bet. We're going to make that happen. We made that happen.
Facts.
And so we're going to... we're about to see Dodge do what she does. Yo, Zeus, tell us where you do what you do.
Shout out to y'all, man. Discord is dope. All right, so Zeusofqlf on Instagram. Feel free to follow me there. I drop
it's ZEUS.
I would hope they could spell
QLF.
Right, ZEUS of QLF. Check my Instagram out. I'm positive once you get there, you won't leave. I mean, I got a boot camp that happens just about every Saturday at 11 a.m. in the city. We get freaky. We're doing the verses right now. We got a verses this weekend, so I don't know when this comes out. So I had this idea to take trainers from around New York City and basically create a verses. So it's like workout for workout. So I'll do a workout or I do a set, like a 5-minute set. Then you do a 5-minute set. Then I'll do a 5-minute set because it's a long story. But I realize I'm like really unlikable as a trainer in New York or whatever because I'm very like... Yeah, and I'm like 50 Cent. Like you know how they say like 50 Cent is the cause of New York's breakdown? I'm like 50 Cent on the fitness side because I go out there and be like, I'm the best trainer in the world. And training is such a this like esoteric, like altruistic sport, which it is.
Sex with your clients?
No. But I've been there in my lifetime. I'm keeping it a bean. But I run my own business now. You can't do that now. This is probably like when I worked when you work for Bally or Crunch, you do whatever the fuck you want because I go meet somebody else right on the treadmill if you leave. But when you work for yourself, that name travels hard, and at this point of keeping it a bean, my name travels like right. So I'm not putting that stain on my shirt now.
Self-control,
right? Yeah, but yeah. So I do this thing with the verses, and then I bring the trainer in, and it's my way of like collaborating with the trainer, but also showing them that I'm better than them. So it's like, oh, let's,
Wow.
yeah,
Really?
man, yeah. I had to figure out a way to like
Take
make
that
trainers like me, but also smoke them at the same time. So there's that. But yeah, so you guys can catch me there on Saturdays. Tuesday I got a Zoom class. So for anybody that's here in the Discord, DM me. I'll give you guys a free class on the Zoom. I mean, if you like it, stay. If you don't, get the fuck out of my house. So it's Tuesday 6:30.
It's too aggressive, son.
Yeah, it's fine, man. We have a lot of fun, man. Yeah, Tuesday 6:30 on Zoom. We work out. All you need is a set of dumbbells in your living room. You know what I'm saying?
What poundage?
Whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? I make whatever work. I know what you meant, right? But pause that, right? What pound? Pause,
What
right?
poundage?
Right. So then we got that, and yeah, man. And then check me out.
I want to
Will
say
Smith
one
has
thing.
let off an apology to Chris
he did.
Brown.
I saw it. Not Chris Brown. It was supposed to be CR. It was Chris Rock. But I do want to say
Chris
something
Rock.
about Zeus and about what you do. I don't know if we give you enough flowers, but you're like fucking amazing. Like I've been training with you on and off for a very long time, from Bali to your personal gym to the boot camps, and you are like definitely like a staple in the community, in the culture. You're somebody that we need. I feel like as a trainer, like you've never been like creepy or unnecessary or like weird, and that's like so appreciative. Like I appreciate you and what you do, and I will always tell people to fuck with you as far as training is concerned.
Appreciate that, man.
I personally, I'll probably never go to another gym again, but we understand that.
That's
We
cool. You got a
understand why
Peloton bike. I see you. Shout out to you.
Yo, I've really been working
like
on my
it?
bike.
Yeah, man.
I love my fucking bike.
Yeah.
But I love you, bro.
I love you
and
too.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate those
And more
flowers,
love
man.
and more
Thank you.
Success to you. Turn that shit off. I'm trying to get my bro his flowers.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man. I think when you work a service job, trainer, not even just me, trainer, hairstylist,
Anything,
barber,
hospitality,
anything, you don't get, you know this, right?
Yeah.
You don't get the credit for what you do, right? So when your life is built on changing the lives of others, right? I make people eat different, breathe different, feel different, look different.
You made me start eating blueberries.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I
Every
remember you
time I eat a
didn't jack
blueberry,
that,
I think
right?
about you.
Right. I remember you didn't jack that. Right.
For these blueberries, and
I mean, and I changed people's lives for the next 30 to 50 years. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. So give me my fucking flowers for changing your life. You know what I mean? That's part of my. I'm in therapy.
Own your shit.
I'm in therapy.
Fuck
You know what I
that.
mean? So
Take your shit. They don't
I'm
give
in
them to you,
therapy.
take it.
I'm in therapy, man.
So shameless. All
But
right.
yeah.
I ended the show because y'all gotta go.
Yes.
I
stretched.
But I'm not gonna turn off the recording yet. Y'all just get the hell out of here.
Sounds
you kicking us out? You about to sit here and toasty us out?
No, I just want to read Will Smith's apology.
Copy. Okay. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. Go ahead, bro. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris, and I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man indicative of the man I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, and all the attendees and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. I think that was a weak moment for you. I think that you chose violence because you was being bullied for mad long, and I respect and I understand that, but that does not give you the right, and I just don't think it was a smart move. Do I understand the move? Yeah, I understand the move. But nigga, you represent way more to us, nigga. You represent way more to the people in Philly, my nigga. Like the people where you came from, nigga. Like all of the people that depend on you, my nigga. Like you lost millions. You lost you lost millions. You may have lost a lot of opportunities, but for many of America, and you also got to realize that you played a game. You lost respect. To some, they may respect you a little bit more, but who you really worried about the niggas that in the street or the people who respect like Samuel L. Jackson giving you £1? You respect like that more than what you held to the people? I ain't feel that. I did feel it, but the wrong part of me felt that. No, pause. Sorry. to my community people. But the wrong part of me felt that. I feel like you stand for way more. And I try to hold myself to that same standard. When you mean something to your family, you mean something to the community, just some shit you just can't do. And you did that shit to fucking Chris Rock, like, of all people. You ain't smack Mike Tyson. You ain't smack like somebody that you knew was gonna get busy. You knew August Alsina was gonna get busy with you. You ain't smack August. August Alsina would have got busy with you. And you 30 years his senior, or you knew August Alsina wouldn't give a fuck about you playing Muhammad Ali. He was gonna get it in with you. So you slapping Chris Rock, really, to me, they ain't really. You slap Pookie, nigga. Like, come on. Beating up a crackhead ain't never been nothing, nigga. Sorry. I ain't mean it that way. Yeah, he's Pookie. Like, come on, he's Pookie. All right, man, I'm leaving.